time cue will come with 2 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Stations, if you encounter any technical issues related to this Georgia show broadcast, please call our trouble hotline at 336-831-0861. Mark, 2 minutes until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Your next time cue will come with 1 minute until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Stations, we are coming up on 1 minute until airtime. 1 minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, Mark. 1 minute, stations. 1 minute until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Studio producers, when you hear touchdown, please start your archive recording. Coming up on 30 seconds until airtime. Mark, 30 seconds. Your next and final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Touchdown! Studios, start your archive recording. Coming up on 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds, stations. Have fun.
Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Commit to the G.
It is going to happen here at Georgia, and I'm committed to helping make that happen.
Hill with a lob to the rim. Antelope goes up high, dumps it home. All net. Jabri Abdur-Rahim from the right corner.
The Dogs play here.
TMA for a two-handed block in the paint. Oh, yeah. Georgia will win it. How about them Dogs?
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, this is Georgia Basketball. Brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare. Brought to you by Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. This is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now to Courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone. Welcome to another afternoon of Georgia Bulldogs basketball. The Dogs take an 8-game winning streak into their conference opener today against the Missouri Tigers as we begin the so-called second season. It's the first of 18 regular season conference games. And for Georgia, it begins here in Columbia, Missouri at Mizzou Arena. Now, the Bulldogs' 8 wins in a row is their longest winning streak in a single season in over a decade. The Dogs went unbeaten in December, and they have pushed their record to 10-3. Missouri's had the upper hand in the series recently, winning the last 3 meetings and 6 of the last 7. In fact, Georgia's last victory here in Columbia occurred during the Mark Fox era. The Tigers, like most teams seem to be these days, a mix of freshmen and transfers. Missouri sparked by 24-year-old transfer Sean East, a 6'3 guard who leads the team in scoring and assists. East averages 17 points a game. That's 5th best in the Southeastern Conference. It's 8-5 Missouri, 10-3 Georgia. Who warms up the January chill with their first conference win? Tip-off coming in less than 25 minutes. Thank you for listening to the Bulldogs Basketball Grindhouse Killer Burgers Courtside Show. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Pleased to have you along today. Adam Gillespie is our producer and engineer. Luke Nadkarni is our network studio host and producer. And Chuck Dowdle will join in with his thoughts on the Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In Georgia, football is more than just a game. It's how we celebrate our traditions and community spirit. Strong values are important, and that's why when you partner with Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you get so much more than just a policy. You get a local agent and a company you can depend on. Visit gfbinsurance.com to find your local agent or get your quick quote. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. More than just a game. More than just a policy.
We are a Farm Bureau.
With the Kroger app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in-store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce, with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to a music fest in the city or dance recital in the suburbs, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline helps your engine run smoother and cleaner along the way. Tri-Clean is designed to keep fuel injectors, intake valves, and cylinders clean, preventing hesitation, rough idling, and poor drivability. Plenty of good reasons why when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Good to go. Looking for exciting new games with a progressive jackpot you can win on the spot? The wait is over. Introducing Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery, the fastest way to win a progressive jackpot that starts at $50,000 and grows as more people play. Just buy a Quick Win ticket at the counter or online, look to see if you matched, and you could win the jackpot or tons of other instant cash prizes right there on the spot. So don't wait. Play the all-new Quick Win, only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Wedged into our seats here courtside next to the Georgia bench, Mizzou Arena. Welcome back to the Bulldogs Courtside Show, brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. All right, we teased Chuck Dowdle's thoughts on Georgia and Missouri. We're going to get those thoughts right now, Chuck. How are you?
Hey, good. How about you? Happy New Year,
yes.
By the way. And New Year it is, and new season it is, as far as the Georgia Bulldogs and the rest of the SEC are concerned, because today starts SEC play. So you kind of, wipe that slate clean. Everybody's 0-0, and here we go. Here's the horse race, as you pointed out, 18 games to the conference tournament, and we'll see how this is going to shake out. But certainly, off of what we have seen of these Bulldogs in the what I would refer to as the preseason, I think Georgia's got a real good chance to contend to cause some teams a lot of heartache over the course of the season. What's probably been the most encouraging thing is we're here to SEC play, and we've been unbeaten at home, and as you mentioned, unbeaten in the month of December, and come in here on an 8-game win streak. So let's kind of ride that momentum as we start this new season.
Both teams loosening up on the floor. We are less than 20 minutes from tip. Georgia and Missouri in the conference opener. Dog fans, make sure you check out the official Georgia basketball digital game program each game day at georgiadogs.com. Standing by in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios is Luke Nadkarni to get us up to date on a full slate of conference basketball, top 25 action, and more. Luke is next as we continue here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back, so grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Some people like A and others like B. At BMW, we prefer X. Like the dynamic X3, meant for ultimate exploration. The X5, built to conquer even the most difficult paths. Or the pinnacle of comfort and luxury, the X7. And since every X-Range vehicle is packed with performance and versatility, you'll always get the best of X. The BMW X-Range. Your next X-Venture starts here.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the biggest selection of Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore, like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, Southern Pride, Peter Millar, and Columbia. The UGA Bookstore is your best source for custom NIL jerseys, and in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now, scores and highlights from around college basketball. Let's go inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Here's Luke Nadkarni.
Georgia and Missouri tipping at the top of the hour, 1 o'clock Eastern time from Mizzou Arena in Columbia. Two SEC games underway right now. Late in the first half, it's a tight tussle between Mississippi State and South Carolina in Columbia, South Carolina. 26-23, the Maroon Bulldogs on top of the Gamecocks late in the first half in that one. And early in the first half, from the Swamp, number 6 Kentucky trails Florida 11-8 with 13:04 to play in the first half. Tipping at 2 o'clock, number 25 Auburn is at Arkansas. At 3:30, Alabama takes on Vanderbilt from Nashville. At 6 o'clock, it's a ranked-on-ranked matchup between number 5 Tennessee and number 22 Ole Miss from Knoxville. And the nightcap at 8:30 features LSU and Texas A&M from Reed Arena in College Station. Georgia and Missouri tips off just after 1 o'clock right here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Do you call the dogs in your sleep? See bulldogs in the clouds? Never wear orange and blue together? If so, there's no better way to show your Dog Nation pride than with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. As passionate as you are about the Bulldogs, Regions is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Now this is a Dunkin' Run. A $3 sausage, egg, and cheese with a medium or larger coffee.
I'm going on a Dunkin' Run. You want anything?
Oh, a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant and a hot coffee.
You got it.
Wait, actually, a sausage, egg, and cheese and an iced coffee. Time for a Dunkin' Run. Add a $3 sausage, egg, and cheese to a medium or larger coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid with the purchase of a medium or larger coffee. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
No matter your favorite game day tradition, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on a Bulldogs win. Community Coffee is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving Bulldog Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the UGA family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better day than game day for bringing people together. Community coffee, strong as our roots.
We're getting closer to tip-off. Time now for a visit with the Dogs head coach, Mike White. With the coach, here's Scott Howard.
Welcome back to Bulldogs basketball here in Columbia, Missouri for the SEC opener, Georgia and Missouri. Coach Mike White is here, and Mike, you guys are playing very well. You won 8 in a row as you come into conference play. You know, how do you feel about the way this team has performed over the last month?
We've gotten better, not only in games, you know, for our fans to see and people that don't have a chance to see us on a daily basis in practice, but we've gotten better in practice as well. Had a good one again yesterday. I've said it all year, this team consistently works and continues to improve, but we've got a huge test today on the road.
What's the thing that's pleased you the most about your development?
Probably the level of selflessness, acceptance that we're deep and that I may not necessarily as a junior or senior guard or even as a freshman incoming highly touted kid play the 38 minutes that I want to play, that I saw my buddy on TV play, or, you know, get 20 shots or lead us in scoring. And, you know, it's college basketball, it's 2024, and we're all dealing with certain things like that. And, you know, to a certain extent, I really like our level of, again, acceptance, team identity. We do it, you know, in numbers, you know, and certain nights it might be this guy's turn to lead us in shots, and in certain nights against this particular defense, it might be a different guy. And our guys, again, are doing a pretty good job of that.
Georgia played a very good non-conference schedule. Is there a message as you go into conference play for your guys that, hey, it's going to get tougher, or do you feel like you've already kind of gone through that?
No, it will be tougher. It certainly will. You know, we played 6 high majors, but, you know, we'll play 18 straight that are as good as anybody that we've played for the most part, you know. And so our guys understand that. We've preached it, you know, going back all the way to midsummer, you know, as we're preparing for Italy. You know, that won't translate. That rebound won't translate in SEC play, or, you know, that jump pass, you know, will get us beat on the road at Missouri. I mean, those are some of the things that we say and some of the ways that we prepare our guys through practice every day.
What are your thoughts on this Missouri team today?
Very unique defensively, most unique defense that we'll play all year. I've probably said that 2 or 3 times, but I guess unique in their own way. We won't play another defense like this. Florida State's the most similar in all of the overplaying and denying and switching. These guys will gamble more. Their press is more effective. Their baseline and sideline out of bounds, special teams defenses, if you will, are more turnover prone. They just create havoc. They reach, they gamble, and sometimes it can backfire on them, of course, if you do a really good job handling the ball, but sometimes it turns into pick sixes and offense, you know, for those guys. They're really good at it. They're even better at home. They're really good in transition offense as well.
Does their size concern you? Like a 7'5" and a 7'2" and a 6'10" or whatever else they have. They've got some big guys out there.
They've got length, they've got size, they've got speed and quickness. It's funny, their 7'5" kid is on the perimeter a lot offensively. You know, he shoots threes, but defensively he can guard on the perimeter a little bit. He alters shots at the rim, so they're not conventional with their size. They're a little bit, again, unique with their size, speed, quickness. They've got a smaller combo guard, you know, who seems like he's been around forever, who's really good. You know, he's really solid. He's a leader. He's tough. He makes shots, and they're good. They're a good team coming off an NCAA tournament. Again, it's going to be a very tough environment to play in. We've got to handle the ball, got to get a shot up every time down the floor.
Mike, we look forward to the conference schedule, and this gets it started today. Thanks for your time. Good luck today.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you.
All right, that is Coach Mike White. Georgia and Missouri are coming up here in Columbia, and we'll give you the lineups right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
In Georgia, football is more than just a game. It's how we celebrate our traditions and community spirit. Strong values are important, and that's why when you partner with Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you get so much more than just a policy. You get a local agent and a company you can depend on. Visit gfbinsurance.com to find your local agent or get your quick quote. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. More than just a game. More than just a policy.
We are a Farm Bureau.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace.
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to a music fest in the city or dance recital in the suburbs, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline helps your engine run smoother and cleaner along the way. Tri-Clean is designed to keep fuel injectors, intake valves, and cylinders clean, preventing hesitation, rough idling, and poor drivability. Plenty of good reasons why when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Good to go.
Commit to the G.
It is going to happen here at Georgia, and I'm committed to helping make that happen.
Hill with a lob to the rim. Mansell goes up high, jumps it home. All net. Jabri Abdur-Rahim from the right corner.
The Dogs play here.
DMA for a two-handed dunk in the paint. Oh, yeah. Georgia will win it. How about them Dogs?
The Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Dogs basketball. Georgia basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, alongside Chuck Dowdle, let's go courtside and join the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Welcome back to Columbia, Missouri. Today's starting lineup brought to you by Citgo. Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline gets you where you're going. When you start with Citgo, you are good to go. Georgia will go 6'4", 6'5", 6'8", 6'8", and 7 feet in their starting lineup. And that is Noah Thomason at guard, Silas Dimry, a 6'5" freshman guard, Jabri Abdur-Rahim, a 6'8" senior, R.J. Sunahara, a 6'8" graduate, and Russell Chiwa, 7 feet, 280 pounds, graduate transfer from Cameroon. The officials today, Steven Anderson, Anthony Jordan, and Will Howard, no relation. Missouri 8-5, Dennis Gates, their head coach. Tamar Bates in his starting lineup, a 6'5 junior. Nick Honor at 5'10, he's the point guard. Noah Carter at 6'6, Aiden Shaw at 6'8, and Sean East, their leading scorer, at 6'3. We'll come back, get the keys to the game, and get this baby started. Georgia and Missouri on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
To the game driven by the Ford F-150, official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. Check out one today at your local Ford dealer. Here's Chuck with our keys to a Georgia victory, we are hoping.
Yes, indeed, Scott. Let's hope that is a Georgia win today. Get this SEC season off on the right foot. But who can do the best job of getting into rhythm and limiting turnovers? Now, I say that because both of these teams have played only one game in the last 15 days. So, it's been a hot minute since they've actually had a little activity on the basketball court against some opposition. But 15 days for both of these teams with only one game. And then second, we got to play to our strengths, defense and bench strength. Our bench play has made our defense easier because we're keeping fresh legs out on the court, and defense requires fresh legs. Defense is hard to play, and rebounding is hard. And so you want to keep fresh legs out there, and those are things that we can do, use our bench to help our defense. And then finally, forget our 10-3 record. It means nothing as of today. But remember everything that you've learned to get us to that point. All the things that we've done to make ourselves 10-3, that's what we want to bring into this game, but we want to forget the record.
We are minutes away from tip. Georgia and Missouri in the SEC opener. Our tip-off today brought to you by Northside Hospital, reminding you that the most common symptom of prostate cancer is no symptom at all. And prostate cancer will affect 1 in every 9 men in America. Find out about screenings, your risk factors, and innovative treatment at northside.com. And before we get this one started, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. We have the yellow lights or the gold lights here in the arena. And they're rather blinding.
It really is. It's kind of strange.
I hope we don't play under these lights. There we go. We have normal vision white lights now here at Mizzou Arena. Capacity in this place is around 15,000, and it's pretty full today.
It is.
So a good crowd on hand for the conference opener.
And they've got those beautiful suites that they use that are up top that are really nice, but they're in a great position for a real good view of the court.
Georgia leaves its bench, heads to the floor. The Bulldogs in road black jerseys today, white and red trim down the sides, white numbers and letters. And again, the starting five for Georgia will be Noah Thomas and Silas Demery, Jabri Abdul-Rahim, R.J. Sunahara, Russell Chiwa. Missouri in the home whites. Noah Carter at 6'6" will be in the center circle to jump against the 7-foot Chiwa. Steven Anderson, Anthony Jordan, Will Howard, our trio of officials. Steven Anderson has the ball. The tap won by Chiwa. Georgia with the first possession, and we are underway with the SEC schedule here in 2024. The Bulldogs will work to our left in black. Demery drives on the dribble to the basket and lays it up off the window, good for the first points of the game.
Well, Mike White told you that they like to overcommit on defense. They were doing that out front. So once he got the step, there was nobody between him and the glass to lay it up and in.
Missouri's first touch of the game. Georgia with a 2-0 lead. Tamar Bates, top of the key, guarded by Thomason. Skips it to the wing to Shaw. Now Noah Carter with the basketball and the dribble down on the baseline. Matched up with Chiwa. Reverses course, dribbles into the paint, feeds along the baseline, and East with a reverse lay-in to tie the game at 2. Sean East averaging 17, got the first 2 of the game. Georgia, quick answer with a Scana Energy 3 from the left corner. Jabri Abdur-Rahim, good to see him finding the bottom, Chuck, after the last outing.
Yeah, when he gets going like that, he can light it up in a hurry. We've seen him put, 16 and 18 and a half.
Abdur-Rahim just 1 for 8 in the win over Alabama A&M a week ago today. He hits his first attempt of this ball game to put Georgia up 5-2. Now Carter will answer for Missouri with a 3 from the right wing, right in front of our bench. 5-5 is their score here in Columbia. Georgia with the possession. Demery dribbles on the logo with the left hand. Guarded by Honor, swipes at the ball. They knock it loose, picked up by East. Throws it into the front court. Honor catches, spins, dribbles it through the paint. Bounces it over to Tamar Bates, and a baseline 2 off the break is good, and Missouri has a 7-5 lead.
Bates, nice shot, but Bates can shoot. He's 40% from behind the arc. He's 50% from the floor, and he's 90% at the free throw line.
Sunahara with a wraparound at the rim to Chiwa under the basket. A pump fake by Big Russell, and then he scores after the defender gets in the air. 7-7. A little more than 2 minutes into the ball game. East on the dribble. Sean East, 6'3", graduate transfer, played at UMass and Bradley in junior college before Missouri. Jump shot straight away by the Tigers is off the rim, rebounded by the Dogs and Chiwa. Demery, the freshman from Raleigh, dribbles it through the center circle. Goes into the corner to Sunahara, passes up the wing. Demery's 3 is off the rim, but the rebound right back to him.
He followed it. He followed it, and he got it.
And in the corner, turns it over down in the far left corner against Missouri pressure. The Tigers take it away. Now Honor has it in front court. Here's East trying to drive against Demery, and Demery gets a body on him and is whistled for the foul. That'll stop play with 16:56 to go. Silas called for the foul. First of the game.
Yeah, and Silas having a little break. Had 2 turnovers and then that foul pretty quickly there.
And Mike White will get Justin Hill into the game. Hill with one of the best assist-to-turnover ratios in the Southeastern Conference. 4th best. 42 assists, only 14 turnovers for Justin Hill. Honor to throw it in. Former Clemson Tiger, now a Missouri Tiger. Big Vanover is in the game, 7'5", picked up a low pass in the paint, jump hook on the turnaround off the rim, and the rebound to Georgia. Thomason with the basketball, dribbles to his right, foul line extended right, jump on the fadeaway 2 is good.
Noah expressed a lot of excitement about the opportunity to play in the SEC, get that started. He wants to see how he stacks up, having played at Niagara, how he stacks up against this kind of competition.
His jumper has given Georgia the lead 9-7, and now Missouri turns it over in front court, and the Dogs will inbound far right corner on the side. Sunahara will feed it into Hill. Missouri in a man-to-man defense. Nick Honor at 5'10", formerly of Fordham and then Clemson, and now Missouri. Guards the ball, and Justin Hill. He lobs it to Thomason. Moves left, back to the right, straight away. 3 is good. Right top of the key, a Scana Energy 3 for Noah Thomason. And the Dogs stretch it out to a 12-7 lead. Tigers basketball with East. Curls to the baseline, right side. Picked up by Chiwa. Skips it up the wing to Honor. Rotate the ball over to the left side of the floor. Here's Bates at 6'5". Matched up with Sunahara now, trying to back his way into the paint. Cross court, it comes to Carter. Open 3 is good by Noah Carter, the 6'6" graduate from Northern Iowa.
That's his spot, his second 3 from that spot.
12-10, Dogs by 2 with the ball. Jabri on the baseline. He picks up his dribble. Up the wing to Sunahara. And through his hands and out of bounds near half court, and that'll get us into our under 16 media timeout. 15:26 to go in half number one. Georgia has a 12-10 lead in the SEC opener here at Missouri. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power, proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the biggest selection of Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore, like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, Southern Pride, Peter Millar, and Columbia. The UGA Bookstore is your best source for custom NIL jerseys, and in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldog sports.
We build the Dog's House. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 613. Our electricians bring power and light to the world-class facilities on UGA's campus, like the indoor football facility, the new indoor tennis facility, the new softball facility, and many more buildings you enjoy on UGA's campus every day. UGA demands the best, so they only hire the best. That's IBEW 613 Electricians. Visit IBEW613.org.
Georgia fans want to do an NIL deal with a dog? Go to georgiadogs.com/NIL to connect with a student athlete on a sponsorship, commercial, appearance, autograph session, and more. georgiadogs.com/NIL.
Scott, you and I were talking about the number of rebounds that Georgia. Georgia is actually out rebounding this team so far this season. And despite they've got a lot of size, but here we are at the first break. They don't have a single rebound. We got 3.
Not a lot of shots being missed, to be honest with you. We're 5 of 6.
Aren't, yeah.
They're 4 of 6 after that first segment of the game.
Yeah, we're shooting 80%.
Shooting it well. Yep. And neither team, back to the rebounding, both of these teams come into this game 13 and 14 in the rebounding margin numbers. So both teams with an area of concern for both of them.
Yeah, we have well documented our problems on the defensive glass, giving teams too many second chance opportunities. And that's something that Mike White and his staff have worked very hard with this team on getting corrected.
Dogs come out of the timeout with Justin Hill and Noah Thomason, Jabri, Chiwa, and R.J. Melendez on the floor now. Missouri has the basketball after the Georgia turnover just prior to the timeout. This is Anthony Robinson, a freshman, on the floor now for head coach Dennis Gates' Missouri Tigers. They get it to Carter, broke away from his defender, and he'll get an easy two-handed dunk for the Tigers to tie the score at 12.
Yeah, and he's got 8 of them. They got 12 points. He's got 8.
Couple of threes, and that dunk by Carter, the transfer from Northern Iowa. Georgia basketball gets away down on the baseline. Touched out last by Missouri. It's going to be the Dogs' ball. 17's on the shot clock down to the left end of the floor. 14:58 on the game clock. We're tied at 12. Melendez in their far right corner. Double team. They get the ball to Jabri for a 3. Strokes it home. Left of the circle. Good. That's his second of the game. Jabri 2 for 2 on his threes. And the Dogs take a 15-12 lead. Both teams still making baskets and not missing many shots. Missouri with the possession. Bates, fadeaway 2, left side. There's a miss. The big 7'5" Vanover couldn't get 2 hands on it.
We got
the
one.
Tigers and lost it out of bounds.
He got 1 on it, and that's all we needed because he knocked it out of bounds.
Connor Vanover, a Bill Walton throwback with the long hair, the shaggy beard.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I'd make that comparison.
Well, from a look standpoint. Got the headband on.
Okay. Maybe from the look standpoint, I'll give you that.
Although he was the Defensive Player of the Year in the Summit League last year at Oral Roberts. Missouri is his 4th school. Started out at California, transferred to Arkansas for a couple of seasons, most recently at Oral Roberts, and now here at Missouri. 7'5", 230 pounds. Dogs with a 15-12 lead and the ball. Hill brings it over the logo into the front court left. Works against Robinson, the freshman, all the way to the basket. Floats it up with one hand, left it short. Rebound to Missouri. Here come the Tigers now, left to right. Along the baseline, shot blocked by Deloach on the drive by Bates. Dogs want to run the floor. Blue Cane's got it. Fakes the pass and will sweep it up and in off the backboard.
Beautiful.
Good for a lay-in.
And again, this is Georgia bringing fresh legs on the floor.
Kane and Deloach on the floor for the Dogs. Here's Missouri. From the elbow, the jumper, Sean East, is good. The 6'3" graduate from Louisville, Kentucky, knocks it down. 17-14, Dogs. Ball loose in the front court for the Dogs. Missouri's going to pick it up and score on the other end. Long pass to Tamar Bates and an easy lay-in, and it's 17-16. Missouri's defense, or Georgia's sloppiness, forcing turnovers. That's 4 for the Dogs already here in the half. And Missouri's making us pay for our mistakes. Although the Dogs lead by 1. Hill on the drive. He curls around, fouled on the reach around by Anthony Robinson from behind. He lost his man defensively and tried to impede his progress by reaching his arm around his waist, and he's called for the foul. And when you do that, you shouldn't do it right in front of the official. First foul on Anthony Robinson, and the first foul on the Missouri Tigers. Dogs by a point, 17-16. With the ball, Hill will inbound left baseline down to our left in front court. Noah Carter at 6'6". Will guard the inbound throw. Anthony Jordan, one of the officials, just waiting for play to continue. Now he hands Hill the ball, and here we go. Justin looking. Baseball pass to Blue Cane, far side. Move it quickly into the left corner. Melendez has it for the Dogs. RJ, high dribble, crossover to the basket, wrap around to Deloach. He was open for a minute.
Oh, he got fouled.
He did get
fouled. He
fouled.
got fouled.
He popped a little 4-footer and got contact, but the basket counts, but no whistle. First points for Jalen Deloach, the transfer from Virginia Commonwealth. East with a head fake. Pulls it down, shoots the three, misses it off the rim from the left corner. Rebound touched out of bounds by Georgia under the basket. And it'll be Missouri basketball. Dogs with a 3-point lead, 19-16. A lot of offense here in the early portion of the first half. Georgia shooting 80%. The Dogs have hit 8 of their 10 shots to start the game. Missouri almost 60%. They're 7 of 12. Tigers with the basketball. Here's Honor back in. Throws up a one-hander from the right side, right of the lane, and fouled by R.J. Melendez on the shot.
Yeah, he calls that, but they didn't call the foul on the other end.
This will put Nick Honor on the free throw line. Very good free throw shooter at 80% this season, 16 of 20. 5'10" and 200, a graduate transfer, most recently from Clemson. His hometown is Orlando, Florida. He's a right-handed shooter. Ball's in the air, and it's all net. Honor's first point of the game. He averages 11.3 a game, third leading score for the 24-year-old Clemson transfer. They've got a couple of 24-year-old guys.
Yeah,
they have some experience on their roster.
Yeah, they got a few guys just a year or so away from Social Security.
Honor hits a pair of foul shots, says a man with experience in that area. Melendez three-pointer is blocked out on the perimeter by Jesus Carolero Martin. Missouri has the basketball. Down 1, 19-18. Georgia in front. East on the dribble under the basket. They rotate the ball to Honor. Deep three. Top of the key. Won't go. Rebounded underneath. Put back won't go by Missouri. Jordan Butler, the 7-foot freshman, got the rebound. Missed the putback. And Georgia is going to have possession of the basketball as Missouri fouls on the scramble for the rebound.
Yeah, a rarity. The official called a foul on Missouri. I was stunned.
Fouls on Tamar Bates, his first.
Guy hit RJ right in the arm while he's taking that three. No call.
Carolero guards the inbound. Melendez feeds it into Hill. Justin with a left-hand dribble into the front court right now. Crosses the timeline. Guarded by Sean East. Jump pass into the corner. Blue fakes the three. Drives baseline. Feeds out top of the key. Hill with a three. Strokes home another one. Justin Hill. That's our fourth three of the half. His first of the game.
And that was a nice setup by a nice pass to start things from Blue Kane.
22-18. Dogs by 4. Tigers with the basketball. Honor out near half court. Lobs it over to Carolero. Into the corner. The 7-foot freshman going to stroke a three. That's no good. Offensive rebound, Missouri. Shot blocked out of the paint from Carolero, but it bounces over to a Missouri player on the near side. East has it now. Drives into the paint. Pops the left-hander. Around the rim and off. No good. Missed it right in front of the basket.
And we finally come down with an defensive rebound there.
Demery takes the ball into the front court, feeds Melendez for a three in the right corner. That's off the rim. No good. Rebound the Tigers. And East driving length of the floor, spinning right at the rim. Layup left it short. Rebound goes to Georgia. Dogs with the ball and a 4-point lead, 22-18. Hill on the dribble, guarded out front by Jordan Butler, the 7-footer. Hill drives inside the arc. No look to the right corner, Melendez. And on his drive to the basket, they call a tie-up, a jump ball by the 7-footer. And it's going to be Missouri's possession after the timeout. 10:49 to go. Half number one. Georgia with a 4-point lead over the Tigers. It's 22-18. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for exciting new games with a progressive jackpot you can win on the spot? The wait is over. Introducing Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery, the fastest way to win a progressive jackpot that starts at $50,000 and grows as more people play. Just buy a Quick Win ticket at the counter or online, look to see if you matched, and you could win the jackpot or tons of other instant cash prizes right there on the spot. So don't wait. Play the all-new Quick Win, only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Some people like A and others like B. At BMW, we prefer X. Like the dynamic X3, meant for ultimate exploration. The X5, built to conquer even the most difficult paths. Or the pinnacle of comfort and luxury, the X7. And since every X-Range vehicle is packed with performance and versatility, you'll always get the best of X. The BMW X-Range. Your next X-Venture starts here.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to a music fest in the city or dance recital in the suburbs, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline helps your engine run smoother and cleaner along the way. Tri-Clean is designed to keep fuel injectors, intake valves, and cylinders clean, preventing hesitation, rough idling, and poor drivability. Plenty of good reasons why when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Good to go.
22-18, Georgia leads Missouri here with 10:49 to go. Let's go inside the huddle with Chuck Dowdle. It's brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. Chuck, what was happening in the huddle?
Well, we got a little lecture about turnovers, and with good reason. Look, we've had 4 already in this game, and we knew going in that Missouri likes to overcommit and try to force turnovers defensively. And so far they're having a little too much success to suit Coach White and his staff. So they talked about that, and then also offensive rebounding. We've had some chance to get some offensive boards, and we got to do a better job there. So right now we got that lead 22-18. Guys are shooting well. Let's just keep it rolling.
Georgia 9 of 14 from the floor, 64%. Missouri 7 of 17, 41%.
And Scott, we talk about the strength of our bench. Our bench is up 7-0 on their bench.
Tigers basketball after the tie-up prior to the timeout. Nick Honor will walk it into the front court, left to right. Goes to Carolero on the right wing, guarded by Blue Kane. Through the paint, jump pass into the corner. Here comes the 3 ball. That's no good, off the rim. And the fight for the rebound is going to result in a Georgia possession. Missouri touched it last. It'll be the Dogs' ball. 10:31 to play in the first half. Georgia with a 4-point lead. Tigers have missed their last 7 shots now. Jabri feeds it in to his right under the basket to Silas Dimry. Guarded by Honor. A screen by Chiwa in the backcourt. Frees up Dimry to drive to the basket. Missed a left-handed layup all the way to the backboard. Went sailing high over the rim. Rebounded by the Tigers. Missouri possession. They're in their home white unis today. Georgia in black here on the road. Carolero Martin, jump pass along the baseline into the right corner to Lewis. 10 on the shot clock. They go to Carter, who got a hot start with 8 points early. Carter dribbles, spins on the left block. Jump hook around the rim and off. No good. Rebound, Big Chiwa for the Dogs.
Well,
Russell with a couple of dribbles, and now he finds a guard, and Dimry will bring it across.
I just never think it's a good idea to wait that deep in the clock, because even when you've got a good position, you tend to hurry it.
Dimry drives, impeded by Carter. A little body bump there, no whistle. Pass goes back to Thomason. 8 on the shot clock for Noah. Step back 3 with a left hand. Good. It settled in there nicely. That's his second. He's got 8, and the Dogs extend the lead 25-18. East, slow dribble, far side of the floor. Carolero, top of the key.
Whoa.
Give and go to East. Stolen by Thomason in the paint. Dogs take it away and work right to left.
Big Russell got his hand in there.
Thomason, crossover, step back 3, straight on. Good! Oh, my goodness. Noah Thomason, that's 3 threes. Dennis Gates wants a timeout on Missouri's bench. The head coach says, I've seen enough for right now. 8:57 to go, and a timeout as Georgia has jacked it up to a 10-point lead.
He may have
here,
seen enough. I
28-18.
want to see some more.
Noah Thomason, 11 points already. 3 threes in his last 3 baskets. Georgia on a 9-0 run here in the SEC opener. Dogs 8-11 all time in this series against Missouri. Coming in on a 3-game losing streak in the series. Georgia just 2 of 5 in Columbia here. Last win in Missouri was 2016. Trying to end all that here today. We're early in the first half still with just under 9 minutes to go. And Georgia with a 10-point lead. It's a new season at Kohl's. Find fresh everyday styles for you and your home at great prices. Shop Kohl's and Kohls.com today.
Scott, what's our shooting percentage now? What?
60, right at 65%.
That's amazing.
And Missouri
like
has
that.
dropped down to under 40%. They've gone 0 for their last 8. Tigers have the ball. They'll bring it up the length of the floor, left to the right. 28-18, Georgia in front. Big Vanover at 7-5 with the ball. For just a second, feeds it to East. East along the baseline. Georgia defends the basket. They get the ball out on the perimeter. Bates with a long 3 from the left wing. And Georgia has the rebound as the 3 bounces off the rim. Dimry with a basketball for the Dogs in front court to our left. Going to drive, slam on the brakes, right of the lane. Finds Noah Thomason back out front. One-handed pass inside to Chiwa, and Big Vanover just reaches his hand in there all sloppy and fouls him. Trying to get a hand on the ball, but he fouled Russell Chiwa.
You know, isn't it kind of odd when he's on the floor that I'm talking about Hanover, that you sit there and suddenly Russell Chiwa looks kind of short.
He does. Well, there are not too many 7'5" players in college basketball. There's 2 of them, to my knowledge. Ole Miss has 1, and these guys have 1. And we're watching him right now. Georgia inbounds, and the ball's deflected out of bounds by Missouri on the far side of the floor. They'll do it
he
again.
wears number 75, as in 7'5".
Georgia will inbound. Sideline in front court. Hill has the ball now. The dribble and shot clock ticks down to 12. 8:13 to go first half. Hill with the ball. Vanover's on him. He finds Thomason in the corner. Noah drives with 5. Needs to put it up. Hill late in the clock. 3-second violation on the Dogs with 0.8 of a second left on the shot clock. They call
We
Russell
weren't going to get that
for
shot
3
off.
seconds. No, you're right.
We weren't going to get that shot off.
Dogs turn it over for the 5th time. 8:01 to go first half. Missouri will walk it up left to right with Tamar Bates, the transfer from Indiana, into the front court. He wears an orangish colored shoe today from Missouri, whose team colors are black and gold. Tigers working around the perimeter. East with the ball. Changes directions on the dribble. Feeds Vanover for a three. Right corner. No good by the 7'5" center. Rebounded by the Dogs. Thomason's got it. Dribbles with the left hand into the front court. Pushes it across the timeline to Hill. He drives into the paint. Pivot. Nowhere to go with it. Feeds it back to Thomason on a lob. Noah against Honor on the baseline. Pulls up for the 16-footer. Good! Noah's got 13 in the half, and Georgia's lead grows to 12. It's 30-18 Dogs. East along the baseline right, under the basket. Spins out, gets the ball out front. Fed it to Vanover for just a second, and then back to East. We're smothering Sean East defensively.
Well, they are.
Bates and Vanover confused. They're right next to each other on the left side. Bates has got it back now. We pin him on the baseline. They feed Honor for a deep NBA range three. That's no good. Saved on the loose ball rebound by Jabri. Jumps in the air over the sideline, throws it off the body of Big Vanover right in front of the courtside seats.
There was a lot to aim at.
Georgia with the basketball on a nifty play by Jabri. 6:43 to go in half number one. We've got a timeout now as Georgia is up by 12 here on the road at Missouri. It's the Dogs 30, Tigers 18. Back after this, Bulldog Sports Network.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Now this is a Dunkin' Run. A $3 sausage, egg, and cheese with a medium or larger coffee.
I'm going on a Dunkin' Run. You want anything?
Oh, a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant and a hot coffee.
You got it.
Wait, actually, a sausage, egg, and cheese and an iced coffee. Time for a Dunkin' Run. Add a $3 sausage, egg, and cheese to a medium or larger coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid with the purchase of a medium or larger coffee. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
If SEC football runs deep in your veins, then Sirius XM SEC Radio is what you need to listen to. We're talking conference and team previews, plus hear live games, news, and analysis from experts like Chris Doering, Aaron Murray, and Max Starks. Go in-depth with your favorite team with coaches shows, championship specials, and more. Get inside SEC football like nowhere else. Ease your fandom on the Sirius XM app. Stay up to date anywhere you go. Just download the app and start streaming.
Time for our first half recap brought to you by Regions. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Well, both teams started off hot shooting the basketball, but Missouri has gone stone cold, and Georgia's defense is the reason. Missouri's missed 11 straight shots. They've gone on more than 6 minutes without scoring. Meanwhile, Georgia's on an 11-0 run over the last 5 minutes and leads it by 12, 30-18. Noah Thomason, a hot start here in the first half. He's 5 for 5 from the floor. He's made all 3 of his three-point shots, and he's the only guy playing with double-digit scoring numbers. He's got 13 to lead Georgia.
Well, we got some guys that haven't missed. Jabri is 2 for 2. Russell Chiwa, he's taken one, got one. Blue Cane taking one, got one. And Jalen DeLoach taking one, got one.
Dogs come out of the timeout with Chiwa, Blue Cane, Jabri, Justin Hill, and R.J. Melendez on the floor. Missouri will have Noah Carter, Tamar Bates, Nick Honor, Sean East, and the 7'5" Connor Vanover. Georgia basketball, backcourt, far sideline, Melendez into Hill. Hill weaves his way into the front court behind Russell Chiwa. Now they work in the half court to our left. Hill Changes hands on the drive, throws it into the corner. Melendez, wide open three. Good! RJ with his first three-pointer of the game. Georgia's lead is 15 now, 33-18 here in Missouri. .6:15 to play, half number one. Dogs have opened up a 15-point lead. Bates drives, lowers the shoulder, drives right into Melendez, who goes sliding on the seat of his pants under the basket.
Well,
and
RJ,
that's called a charge on Missouri.
Yeah, RJ did a great job of slow. You know, we've talked about playing defense with your feet, and he did it. He slid over on that baseline, got great position.
6:09 to play first half. Melendez throws it into Chiwa, backcourt. Now get the ball into the hands of Justin Hill. And Missouri's in a zone now in the half court. Chiwa, right of the lane, pivots, works against Carter, dribbles into the paint, turns and shoots on the baseline spin, banked it off the square, good. Russell with his second basket of the game, 35-18 Georgia. Keep the pedal down. Here's East, near side to Bates, catch and shoot three, left-hander is good, and that ends a long scoring drought of 7 minutes for Missouri.
Well, he can shoot.
Kane with the ball in front court. Now here's Hill. Abdur-Rahim back to Justin. Long, deep three, straight on. All net good, Justin Hill. Another three by the Dogs. His second and the team's seventh of the half. It's 38-21 Georgia. Shaw has it on the block for Missouri. Going to work against Melendez in deep. And Aiden Shaw at 6'8", banks it home, good. His first basket of the contest. 38-23 Georgia. Dogs ball. Melendez with a left-hand dribble tries to thread the needle along the baseline. Almost got away. Jabri saved it. Kane's got it now. Runs through the paint. Puts it up with the right hand. Errant shot rebounded by Missouri. Tigers with a possession. Georgia with a 15-point lead. Tigers ball. Bates with a head fake and a drive inside. Fadeaway two is going to bounce and roll. And a foul was blown. Seemed like minutes ago. It took forever for that play to continue and for the ball to play out. An and one opportunity for the Tigers and Tamar Bates. Clock stopped with 4:35 to go. Chiwa got called for the foul. His first. The team's third. And Bates at 6'5", a junior transfer from Indiana, 93% at the free throw line. 26 of 28 this season. The free throw will put him in double figures if he hits it. Left-handed shooter, spins the ball in the air, all net good. He's their leading scorer right now with 10, 38-26. Georgia's lead is 12. Dogs with the ball. 4.5 minutes, now less than that in half number one. Hill works against Honor. Dribbles to his right. Through the legs. Along the three-point line. Hits the foul line. Feeds Melendez for a three. RJ missed it off the front of the rim. Deloach fights for the rebound. Tried to tap it out front near half court. Missouri gets the basketball. Then it's stolen in the backcourt by Hill. The Dogs will take it the other direction.
Defense.
Justin drives inside. Nowhere to go with it as he threw it up after the foul. No, what they call? They call
so
it.
He stepped out of bounds when he threw it up. In other words, he was already out of bounds before he was fouled.
Dogs turn it over on a fast break opportunity. Give it back to Missouri. 6 turnovers in the half for the Dogs. Seems like more than that. Less than 4 minutes to go. Georgia 38, Missouri 26. Tigers have the possession. They go into Carter. He's doubled on the right block. Deloach and Thomason. Feeds it out to his right to Aiden Shaw. They go back to East. He attacks underneath, clears some space, and scores on the lay-in right under the basket.
He cleared the defense over to the left side. That's where they thought he was going. Then he laid it back up on the right side.
Missouri, after going 7 minutes without scoring, is connected on baskets in 3 straight now, and they're on a 7-0 run. 38-28, Georgia will call a timeout with 3:30 to go. This is the full timeout. Georgia called for a 30, but this will be the under 4 media timeout with 3:31 to play. Georgia leads by 10 over Missouri here in Columbia. It's 38-28 Dogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. In today's market, we know that saving money is more important than ever. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been saving people money for nearly 90 years. Whether it's better rates on a CD or fewer fees on a checking account, your money goes further at Georgia's Own. Best of all, they're local and continue to support the people, places, and teams that we've all grown to love. To learn more, visit georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCUA.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
New Year, New Me was going to be my 2024 shopping mantra until I realized how expensive that mantra was. Luckily, Kohl's is having their biggest clearance event of the season, and I saved up to 70% on so many great finds, like a warm fleece, cozy PJs, cute jeans, gorgeous dresses, and so much more. So don't wait. Hurry and get your new look for low prices in a limited time. Get to Kohl's. Select styles up to 70% offer ends January 21st. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Go Dogs, sick 'em! Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up for Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Georgia leads Missouri 38-28. Let's spotlight the first half's best in game stats, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. And the best in game stat for Georgia has got to be the shooting percentage right now. The Dogs have hit 15 of 23, including 8 of 12 threes. Georgia shooting 65% here in half number one and leading by 10.
And they've just hit that little streak, as you pointed out, where they ran up 7 straight points. But, you know, the Dogs, again, gave them a couple of second chances there. And in the last 3 minutes, we haven't had a single rebound. They've had a couple. And that couple has helped them in that 7-0 run.
Georgia's big lead of the half has been 17 points when Missouri was in that drought, and the Dogs were just about unstoppable, hitting everything they put in the air, it seemed like. It'll be Georgia basketball. Front court to our left. Melendez to throw it in. Feeds it into the back court to Demery. East goes with him. Now Silas walks it back into the front side. Demery, right-hand dribble. Skip pass to Deloach above the elbow. Give and go to Demery. Across the paint, feed to Melendez. His shot is blocked by the Tigers. Missouri takes away the loose ball.
That was great defense. Just great defense. You got to tip your hat to the Tigers there. They went up, saw that coming, and got the perfect block on it.
Missouri forces over 14 turnovers a game. 3 ball by Carter from the left wing from Missouri is good. That's his third of the half. He's got 11, and here come the Tigers now on a 10-0 run. 38-31. Dogs trying to finish the half strong. 2:44 to go. And a turnover. Hill got pinned into the far corner. Pass intercepted by East to the rack on the other end. No good. And a follow by Aiden Shaw. Blows the place up here with a two-handed dunk. The students certainly like that. 12 straight points now for the Tigers. Dogs ball. They lose it. Demery lost the dribble. He dives to the floor to recover the loose ball, and Georgia has the arrow on the jump ball. Dogs saved the possession, almost turned it over for us an 8th time there. But Demery, quick to the floor, dives on the ball. And Georgia has possession here with 18 seconds to go on the shot clock. 2:21 to go, half number one, and our 17-point lead, Chuck, is shrinking quickly. It's down to 5.
Well, we've had those turnovers, and we've gotten a little sloppy. Got to protect that ball.
12-0 run for the Tigers after going more than 7 minutes, or right at 7 minutes without scoring. Chiwa in the paint, spins away from Carter, reach-in foul on Noah Carter, the 6'6" graduate transfer from Northern Iowa. And that should put Chiwa on the free throw line. First foul on Carter, the team's 5th. And it's going to be 2 foul shots for the 7-footer for the Bulldogs, Russell Chiwa. He's ready to go. He steps up there and strokes it home good. All net on the foul shot by Chiwa, 73% this season.
Our first free throw of the game.
And that stops a 12-0 run for Missouri. Georgia's first point in a while. Russell hits them both. 40-33 Dogs. Lead at 7 as we near 2 minutes to play in the half. Honor in the right corner. The Missouri guard gets it out of trouble. Feeds it over to East on the left side of the floor. Picked up by a double team, Chiwa and Kane. They skip it down towards the baseline and back out front between the circles to Honor. Spin move to the foul line. Overhead toss into the corner.
4
Missouri,
seconds.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Not going to get the shot off, although Honor scoops it, underhands it in there, and it drew the iron right as the buzzer was going off on the shot clock, and Missouri got an offensive rebound. They get to continue the possession. Lob down on the baseline to Carter. We triple team, and Dimry reaching and grabbing for the ball. And Carter ends up flopping on the floor. Team doesn't like that. Dimry had his hands on the ball when he tried to steal the ball.
He tried to pull it out of there. And
Noah Carter was hanging on and then emphasized the play by crashing to the floor. And the officials quick to step in there. And now they're probably going to go look at the monitor.
Well, they're going to talk to both coaches.
Our officials are Steven Anderson, Anthony Jordan, and Will Howard. No relation. They'll talk at half court. Did they call a foul? I didn't see an indicator that a foul was called on Georgia. They didn't call the jump ball either, did they? They just kind of let it play out without a call.
They blew a whistle.
I think that's because the ball went out of bounds. Is that why?
Oh, so they called Silas for the foul for reaching in.
Now they're looking at the monitor down to our left. Explore the range of BMW sports activity vehicles like the versatile, energizing, and adventurous BMW X3 and X5. For more details, visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics, and Go Dogs. So Dimry whistled for a foul on Georgia.
Looking at the replay, Scott, it didn't appear to me to be, let's see if they say just a foul.
Common foul is
common foul. That's what it
is. The determination after a video review. Second foul on Dimry. And that's the 4th team foul on the Bulldogs here with 92 seconds to go in the half. I couldn't see the play from Georgia's bench. The entire bench was standing up.
But you could see, I mean, Silas tried to be aggressive, tried to take the ball away from him. I mean, which is perfectly legal. And he just never turned loose on it.
Well, it seemed like with it. From Georgia's bench reaction and some of their assistant coaches that Dimry had hands on the ball.
That's what I thought.
That should have been a jump ball call.
But there was no
jump
ball call.
It'll be Missouri's possession. East lobs it into the 7-footer Jordan Butler. Chiwa out on him, way away from the basket. Now the ball in the hands of Tamar Bates. Skip it to Carter. They work on the far side of the floor. Honor with 9 seconds on the clock. Lobs it back to Carter. He's doubled on the baseline. Back up to Honor. Force a deep NBA range 3.
Oh, my goodness.
28-footer or so. Almost from the sideline over there. Honor hits a long 3, and it's a 4-point game. Georgia had a 17-point lead that has just simply evaporated. 40-36 Dogs. Hill on the drive. Throws it over the defense. Left it short off the side of the rim. Rebound to Missouri. We're getting no offensive rebounds as well. Less than a minute to go. Tigers coming from 17 back. They're down 4 with the ball. Honor, crossover dribble, drives to the baseline. Short of the right side of the lane. Get it left side of the floor now. East going to dribble it into the paint, reverse pivot over Blue, puts it up and in, good. It's a 2-point game. 40-38. Missouri coming from 17 down. 17-2 run over the last 4.5 minutes for the Tigers. Wow. Dogs dribble it on the logo and Noah Thomason. 1 second separates the game clock and the shot clock here to end the first half. Thomason crossover through the legs, works against Bates. Long three, straight on, airballed it. Ball out of bounds with 2.3 to go. Noah missed everything. We haven't seen that kind of a shot in the half from him. He was hitting everything he put in the air.
He used that same move that he's used several times, and they were on it this time. When he made it, they jumped at it.
They reset the clock to the game clock to 3 seconds. Honor throws it into East. He sprints towards the half-court line, into the half, and it will end at 40-38 as Sean East jumper just outside the three-point line at the top of the key, right at the horn, bounced off the rim, no good.
Well, you don't have many games where you go in with a 2-point lead on the road in the SEC but feel like you're behind. But that's how it feels because we were up 17. But you pointed out the biggest problem we're having is rebounding. We got to get some rebounds. And particularly we need to give ourselves some second chance opportunities.
We have one offensive rebound.
That's it.
After 20 minutes of play. But Georgia leads at halftime here on the road. It's 40-38. The Dogs had a 17-point lead. Missouri erased it with a 17-2 run over the last 5 minutes. It's time for the Georgia Power halftime show with Luke Nadkarni. He's in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Piedmont Healthcare offers you exceptional hassle-free care closer to home. Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics. Halftime at Mizzou Arena in Columbia, Missouri. Georgia 40 and Missouri 38 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Region celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back, so grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No matter your favorite game day tradition, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on a Bulldogs win. Community Coffee is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving Bulldog Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the UGA family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better day than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Halftime Report. The Georgia Power Halftime Report is brought to you by Georgia Power, the official energy provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, here's your host, Luke Nadkarni.
Georgia clinging to a 2-point lead at Mizzou, 40-38 after a wild first half from Mizzou Arena. Luke Nadkarni here with you for the Georgia Power Halftime Report. And time to go around the SEC, presented by T-Mobile, bringing 5G to hometowns across the SEC, and a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Over in the other Columbia, a good one going on in the second half.
Left side, Studi. Cooper looking to post up. He gets a bounce pass on the baseline against 6'2" Kason Harrison. Cooper at 6'4", backs him down, shoots the jump hook with the right hand. Yes!
Derek Scott on the call from the South Carolina Sports Network. And it's 55-52 with 4:24 to play in the second half. Carolina clinging to a 3-point lead over Mississippi State at Colonial Life Arena. 12:02 to play second half. This one's been back and forth. Florida led by 8 at halftime, but it's 58-54 now. That lead's been cut in half by number 6 Kentucky. Kentucky took the lead briefly. The Gators grabbed it back here in the second half. Still to come in the SEC at 2 o'clock, number 25 Auburn takes on Arkansas from the Ozarks. At 3:30, Vanderbilt plays host to Alabama. At 6 o'clock, it's the ranked-on-ranked matchup in the conference tonight when number 22 Ole Miss is at 5th-ranked Tennessee. And the nightcap at 8:30 features Texas A&M playing host to the LSU Tigers. Georgia 40, Missouri 38. We'll take a look at some top 25 scores on the other side of this timeout on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTV April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Now this is a Dunkin' Run. A $3 sausage, egg, and cheese with a medium or larger coffee.
I'm going on a Dunkin' Run. You want anything?
Oh, a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant and a hot coffee.
You got it.
Wait, actually, a sausage, egg, and cheese and an iced coffee. Time for a Dunkin' Run. Add a $3 sausage, egg, and cheese to a medium or larger coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid with the purchase of a medium or larger coffee. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
365 days a year, just call us up, we'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. At Shoemate, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When your family just can't wait, you can always count on Shoemate.
With the Kroger app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce, with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield and JMI Sports under the broadcast rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
Dogs 40, Tigers of Missouri 38. Second half coming up from Mizzou Arena. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Two other top 25 games in action right now outside the conference. 3 minutes to play. in North Jersey. Number 7 Marquette in trouble against the Pirates of Seton Hall, 70-66. The Hall up. Again, 3 minutes to play in that ball game. And 2:08 to play from Clemson, South Carolina. The 16th-ranked Tigers of Clemson trail the 8th-ranked North Carolina Tar Heels 62-55. Today's halftime report is presented by Georgia Power. At Georgia Power, our mission is to provide Georgia with clean, safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We understand that energy bills play a vital role in your budget, and we're committed to providing the tools and assistance you need to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Dogs by 2. Back to Mizzou after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
365 days a year, just call us up, we'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. At Shoemate, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When your family just can't wait, you can always count on Shoemate.
Halftime at Mizzou Arena. Georgia coming back out of the locker room now to loosen up and warm up before the start of the second half. Let's run through the first half stats brought to you by Northside Hospital, reminding you that the most common symptom of prostate cancer is no symptom at all, and prostate cancer will affect 1 in every 9 men in America. Find out about screenings, your risk factors, and innovative treatment at northside.com. Bulldogs had a healthy shooting percentage, 60% in the first half, 15 of 25. Missouri had 7 more shots than did Georgia. Made the same amount of baskets, but with a lesser percentage at 47%. But the rebounding numbers, while not that far apart, Missouri +1 on the glass, 14-13. Georgia with only 1. Offensive rebound, Missouri with 7 second chance points, none for Georgia. The Bulldogs have 7 turnovers to 4 for the Tigers. Missouri 10 points off turnovers. Georgia 8 points off turnovers. The Bulldogs' advantage coming from the bench. Our bench has outscored Missouri's 13-0. Leading scorers in the game, Noah Thomason for the Dogs, 13 points. He's 5 of 6 after 1 half of play and 3 of 4 on his 3-point shots. Noah Carter is the leading scorer for Missouri, one of 2 players on the Tigers roster in double figures. He has 11 points. Georgia 40, Missouri 38. Second half is coming up next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma.
Get 3.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through January 31st, 2024. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.52 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax tag, registration title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
In Georgia, football is more than just a game. It's how we celebrate our traditions and community spirit. Strong values are important, and that's why when you partner with Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you get so much more than just a policy. You get a local agent and a company you can depend on. Visit gfbinsurance.com to find your local agent or get your quick quote. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. More than just a game. More than just a policy.
We are a Farm Bureau. Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Do you call the dogs in your sleep? See bulldogs in the clouds? Never wear orange and blue together? If so, there's no better way to show your Dog Nation pride than with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. As passionate as you are about the Bulldogs, Regions is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Well, with Chuck Dowdle, Scott Howard back courtside here at Mizzou Arena. Adam Gillespie, our producer and engineer, and Luke Nadcarney in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Georgia leads by 2, 40-38. Georgia had a 17-point lead, but Missouri went the last 5:06 of the half on a 17-2 run to trim it down to a 2-point deficit.
Yeah, and trouble was rebounding. We had no rebounds, none, the last 7 minutes of that half.
Dogs will start the second half with their same lineup they started the game with. Demery and Thomason, Sunahara, who didn't play much of the first half after starting, Jabri Abdur-Rahim, and Russell Chiwa. Tigers still huddled up around their head coach, Dennis Gates, in his second year. The 43-year-old former head coach at Cleveland State. An assistant for a long time at Florida State, also worked at Nevada and at Cal, where he played his college basketball. Missouri will have the ball to start the second half, and here we go. Bates feeds it into Honor in the backcourt. Missouri will work to our left here in the final half. Tigers on the near sideline to Shaw in the circle. Throw it down on the baseline, and the pass gets away from Noah Carter. He tried to just save it by throwing it over his head.
It's a terrible pass.
Back onto the court, but he turns it over.
But it was a terrible pass to
yes,
him.
It was.
I mean, at a short distance.
Georgia has the possession after the Missouri turnover. See if the Dogs can do something with their first possession of the second half. Demery way out front. Honor guarding. Chiwa trying to screen. Demery follows Chiwa. Right edge of the paint. Jump shot from that spot about 12 feet away is no good. A foul on the play by Missouri as they push Demery to the floor. And Silas is going to have free throws coming. 2 shots for Silas Demery, who went just 2 of 6 from the line against Alabama A&M a week ago, and is at 62% from the line.
Clean that up a little right here.
Foul was on Honor for the Tigers, his first, by the way. Demery, free throw, good. 3 points in the game for Silas, a 6'5" freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. Averages 8.5 points. Third leading rebounder on the team at just over 4.5 rebounds per game and second in assists. His second free throws in the air, and the right-hander buries them both. Good start to the half for the Dogs. It's 42-38 Georgia.
You know, sometimes we'll see Silas struggle in a half, and then he'll come on strong in the second half. Let's hope it's the case today.
Honor dribbles for the Tigers in the right corner. Feeds it out to Bates now. Bates runs into Chiwa, high left wing. To Carter, back to Bates on the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Bates is backing up way behind the three-point line. Now wants to drive. Pull up 2, left side, good over Noah Thomason.
Well, we've mentioned he shoots 50% from the floor, 40% from behind the arc, and 90% at the free throw line. So he knows how to put the ball in the basket.
And he makes it 42-40. Dogs in front with the ball. Dimry on the right wing, right in front of us. Man-to-man defense by Missouri. Dimry going to drive to the basket, draws contact and a foul on the Tigers. Chiwa was on the other side of the basket, and I believe they got East for the foul. Georgia's going to have free throws from Silas Dimry again. No, the foul was called on Carter. Noah Carter, excuse me, that's his second. And Dimry at the line for the Dogs. Clock stopped, 18.5 minutes to go in the game. And Silas makes his third in a row here to start the second half. 43-40. Georgia had a 17-point first half lead. Missouri cut it to 2 by halftime on a 17-2 run, but they haven't led since early in the game. They had a 2-point lead at 7-5. Dimry misses the free throw. Tap out on the rebound by Chiwa. Dogs have it. Sunahara out of the right corner has trouble with the dribble. Now picks it up on the wing. Feeds it to Jabri. Crossover. Jabri inside the arc. Skips it over to Sunahara with 8 to shoot.
Oh, he picked it up.
Feeds it up the wing to Noah with 4, with 3. Thomason attacks. Pulls up for a 3 off the rim. Sunahara, offensive rebound. Saves it. Feeds it back to Noah. Another 3. Again short off the front of the rim.
Oh.
Rebound goes to Missouri.
Listen, we got an offensive rebound. I'm thrilled.
We had a couple in that possession.
Yeah.
43-40. Dogs with a 3-point lead. Missouri with the ball, and Sunahara going to be whistled for a foul on the drive by East, right in front of the Missouri bench. That's the first on R.J. Sunahara, and the team's first of the half. Tigers to inbound the basketball. They give Bates a little time to wipe down. He's got a towel and trying to dry himself off a little bit. I think they had to mop up some spots on the floor as well. Now Honors retying his right shoe. Yeah, I think all the housekeeping is done. I think we're set to go. Anybody got to tuck in their jersey? Anything like that?
Well, they probably need to.
Missouri lobs it in. Carter chases down the ball, attacks the basket, fouled at the rim. Tried to shoot it over Jabri Abdur-Rahim, and Jabri fouled him. That's his first. And it's going to be free throws for the Tigers and Noah Carter. They're a good free throw shooting team.
You know what? Looks like we're going to spend some time at the line on both ends this half.
You might be right. Carter at 78% for the season, a 6'6" graduate transfer from Northern Iowa. As a team, they shoot almost 77%. And the free throw is good. That's better than Georgia's team average of 69.6%. Carter's got a dozen points now for Missouri. He shares the scoring honors with Bates at the moment. Second free throw is also good. 13 points for Carter. A little better than his season average of 11.5. He's the second leading scorer on the team this season. His last 5 games, he's been having some trouble finding the bottom of the basket, shooting just 8% on threes and just 24% overall, but he's doing much better than that today in the SEC opener. 43-42, Dogs by a point. Demery to drive, and the 7-footer put their hands way out front. Jordan Butler, the 7-foot freshman from Greenville, South Carolina, with his first foul.
I think they've decided that Silas a little too quick for him because they fouled him twice going inside. Now a third time way out court trying to slow his progress, and it's pretty obvious to the official.
Dogs will inbound in front court. Russell Chiwa holds. Now he dribbles. He's going to just take it all the way to the basket and drives and shoots it over their freshman 7-footer and banks it home with a little jump hook with the kiss. Chiwa now with 8, and the Dogs lead is 3 again, 45-42. Air ball by the 7-footer from the right side. No, that's Trent Pierce, 6'10", missed the 3 from the right wing. Georgia rebounds the miss and attacks. Thomason falling away, feeds it to Demery on the wing. They go into the big guy, Chiwa. Up and in over Butler.
Now we got the coaches. What?
Chiwa put a little elbow into the belly of his freshman, and Dennis Gates didn't like it, and he's all the way out at half court. And he's telling his assistant coaches to leave him alone. He wants to talk to the referee who didn't make the call.
He was yelling down at our bench. I wasn't sure what that was about.
Did they call a technical on Gates?
Well, they should have. He ran out on the floor.
Well, they've stopped the game. I know that. 16:58 on the clock here in the second half, and Dennis Gates is still talking with 2 of the 3 officials. As Chiwa was able to got a little arm action into the body of the freshman Jordan Butler down there, or it may have been Pierce. And that cleared some space for him to get to the backboard and lay it up and in.
I got to tell you, I saw him sprint out on the floor, and I saw.
All right, we'll take a timeout. Maybe he called the timeout. That was the coach's called timeout. Nonetheless, 47-42, Dogs by 5. Back in a moment, Bulldogs Sports Network.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These 2 Athens institutions have joined to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. So whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or Georgia's #1 new brand, Bigger Dreams Hazy IPA, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. 2 brands, 1 town, 1 team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. Creature Comforts Brewing Company, Athens, Georgia. Available wherever cold beer is served. Champions drink responsibly.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every 3-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. Scana Energy says, go Dogs. 47-42.
And we're still not sure who had timeout. Now they're saying now Missouri had the timeout?
That they actually called the timeout.
Okay.
So that was a coach's timeout. And then Dennis Gates had a long opportunity to
unload,
express himself to Stephen Anderson and Anthony Jordan, the chief official here today, and the referees. Missouri with a basketball. They're down 5. They work to our left. Tamar Bates holds, skips it to Carter. He's on Sunahara. Reach in for the ball by Jabri, comes up empty. East has it now with 7 to shoot. Crossover by Sunahara down the lane, sweeping lay-in off the rim. Oh, they got a break. The rebound tapped right back to East on the left baseline, and he pops a short 8-footer.
Well, that was on us.
47-44, Dogs by 3 with the ball. Jabri moves to his left for a better look, misses the 3 ball. Rebound comes out on the wing right side, chased down by Noah Thomason. Dogs keep the possession alive. Now a whistle in front of the Dogs bench. Going to get a foul on Nick Honor of Missouri, his second.
You know, Scott, I'm not altogether certain that these officials now aren't going to. They're really trying to keep this game under control because we've had a couple of little dust-ups, and I think they want to make sure that this game stays good and clean.
Missouri with 4 fouls here in the half. Georgia's been whistled for 2. The Dogs have only been called for 6 the entire game. Dogs ball, Justin Hill comes into the contest. To Chiwa, cross-court overhead. They go to Hill in the corner. Nicks the iron on the 3 ball. Nick Honor with the basketball. Drives for the Tigers. Misses the lay-in. Shot rolls off the front of the rim. It's rebounded by Chiwa for Georgia. Half-court pass by Hill to Thomason. Missouri goes for the steal, and basically they knock Noah Thomason to the floor as the ball goes rolling away, and that's going to be a foul on Tamar Bates for the Tigers.
And Noah did a great job of protecting that pass that was coming to him by using his arms and his body.
That's 3 on Bates now, and that gets us into the under-16 media timeout with 15:46 to go in the contest. Georgia staying in front. The Dogs by 3, 47-44 over the Tigers on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to a music fest in the city or dance recital in the suburbs, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline helps your engine run smoother and cleaner along the way. Tri-Clean is designed to keep fuel injectors, intake valves, and cylinders clean, preventing hesitation, rough idling, and poor drivability. Plenty of good reasons why when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Good to go.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTV April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
No one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. Your team is covered anywhere you go. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2024.
Scott, while I'd like to see us extend this lead, I'm glad to see the Dogs doing such a good job here in the first 5 minutes of the second half of just holding these Tigers at bay, because let's face it, they hit the end of that first half on quite a run, cut it all the way from 17 down to 2, and they had every reason to, come out here and try to continue that and take a lead on Georgia. They haven't been able to do that.
Dogs will inbound in the backcourt. Melendez into Hill. Georgia in black. The Dogs work left to right here in the final half. Hill's picked up his dribble. Oh, nice pass to Chiwa. The lay-in is good, and Russell gets fouled. You got to give it to get it, and Hill just gave it to Chiwa, and he finished the job. Now he's going to the line for one.
Russell Chiwa now 5 for 5 from the floor. He has not missed a shot today. He's also been 2 for 2 at the line.
Foul is on East for Missouri, and Big Russ at the foul line. Free throw in the air, and good.
And now he's 3 for 3 at the line. Still has not missed a shot today. Adam Gillespie.
Are y'all worried about that jinx thing?
Well,
I see
Adam,
you guys gesturing
is,
here.
you know.
15:28 to go in the ball game. And East, floater in the paint. High, arcing shot, good. He pulled up just before he got to Big Russ, guarding the rim. And East floats it in to get into double figures. 50-46. Georgia in front as we approach the 15-minute mark to go in the game. Thomason weaves his way into the paint, bounces it out to Hill on the left wing. Justin through the circle, finds Melendez open in the right corner. He attacks along the baseline, tried to lay it up in traffic and got denied. Ball is loose, picked up by Missouri. Here's Bates on the run, drives all the way to the rim and kisses it off the backboard good.
Well, ran into each other and fell in the backcourt. So it was basically they had 5 on 3.
Will Howard, one of the officials, no relation, has issued a bench warning on Missouri. That's why the whistle and the stoppage of play. Georgia by 2, 50-48. And about to inbound the ball. R.J. Melendez looking to throw it in. Skips it into Thomason, who hustles back towards the basketball to receive the inbound pass. They try to trap him at half court. Still in the backside. Hill now gets it across with 1 second to spare. Thomason with the ball on the right wing. Back to Hill. Justin catch and shoot 3. Good! Scana Energy 3. Justin Hill, his 3rd of the game. Dogs 53. Missouri 48. Tigers ball in the corner. They throw it away underneath the basket. Carolero Martin had it bounce off his hands, and Melendez was there to pick it off. Dogs ball in the front court right. Jabri to the rack, throws up an air ball on the run. Caught on the other side by Aiden Shaw, the 6'8 forward. Tigers with the ball. Carolero, 3, good, right in front of their bench. His first points of the contest. Jesus Carolero Martin, a transfer from Campbell, 6'7", from Spain, with his first points of the afternoon. 53-51, Dogs in front by 2 with the ball. We go into Big Russell. He's double teamed. He catches the ball over Shaw, and Bates turns to score, and they foul it. They're going to have to earn it at the line. Back to the free throw line. The foul was on Bates. That's 4 on Tamar Bates for the Tigers. And Chiwa at the free throw line. 13 points on the afternoon for Big Russ. 73% foul shooter this season. Chiwa, right-hander, free throw, good, all net. 14 points for Russell Chiwa. He averages 6 to go with 6.3 rebounds a game. He's exceeded that in scoring today, and he's got 4 rebounds. Chiwa actually our leading scorer with 14. 3-point Georgia lead. Chiwa second foul shot. It's in the air and good. 5 for 5 from the line for Big Russ today.
Boy, don't let Adam hear you say that.
He already did.
Oh.
55-51. Georgia by 4. Tigers with a basketball down to our left. Out of the corner comes Aiden Shaw. They go back to Honor, high left wing. Lob it to Noah Carter. He's doubled on the perimeter. Oh, they run an alley-oop lob. Beautifully, Aiden Shaw catches it in the air and just dunks it home.
Yeah, we left the backside wide open.
Oh, you're not kidding. Not even a screen door. I mean, that door was just wide open. Long 3 by the Dogs. High rebound off the rim. Goes straight up and down. Chased down by Chiwa. He tries to throw it back up the wing, but it's deflected out of bounds by Carolero Martin right into the Georgia bench. Dogs are going to keep the possession. Chiwa's playing his tail off today. 15 points, 5 rebounds. He's made all of his shots from the field and the foul line today. Russ has got it right in front of us. Underhands it to Hill. They trap it. He spins away from it. on the logo, steps through, throws it to Melendez in the corner. Didn't shoot the three, gives it back to Hill. He'll drive through traffic, try to scoop it up and in. They block the shot and knock him to the floor. Crowd doesn't like the call. They call a foul on Noah Carter for Missouri.
It looks like they gave him 2 shots. I couldn't tell if he was shooting, but it was on the far side, and we have someone positioned in front of us here.
There's a lot of bodies between us and our viewpoint here on this end of the floor. Hill at the line. Free throw number 1 is too deep, no good. Justin has not shot his free throws well this season, just 57%. And a second foul shot, so they did call the 2-shot foul. The Dogs are in the bonus. Missouri's got 8 fouls here in the half, but that was 2 shots, and Hill made the back end. Missed the first, made the second. He's got 10 points, and Georgia's lead is 3, 56-53. 12:25 remaining in the game. East drives against Kane, hesitates, now goes baseline, spin move, hooks a pass into the left corner for a 3 to tie it. It won't go, off the rim. Blue Kane goes up high for the rebound, will bring it to half court. Feed it up ahead to Demery. Demery on the right baseline, into Honor. He's triple teamed, and they just mugged the guy, and Carter just bulls him out of the way. But Demery lost the basketball on the baseline, and they call it out of bounds on Georgia. It's going to be Missouri's basketball. The 3 bodies went right at number 4, Silas Demery, and just kind of bumped him out of bounds, but no whistle there. Tigers can tie it with a 3. Carter, spin move, takes a 2 instead, no good. And again, no body on Aiden Shaw on the dunk. No, they wave it off. Steven Anderson has waved off the basket. He's saying the ball was still over the cylinder. They're going to look at it when Shaw grabbed it and dunked it home. So, yeah, they've blown the whistle to look at the replay with 11:52 to go in the ball game. And this will be a TV timeout while they review it. Right now, it's 56-53, Georgia by 3 and a timeout. And we'll be back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
New Year, New Me was going to be my 2024 shopping mantra until I realized how expensive that mantra was. Luckily, Kohl's is having their biggest clearance event of the season, and I saved up to 70% on so many great finds, like a warm fleece, cozy PJs, cute jeans, gorgeous dresses, and so much more. So don't wait. Hurry and get your new look for low prices in a limited time. Get to Kohl's. Select styles up to 70% offer ends January 21st. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
After a video review, the officials overturned their call, and they say the basket is good on the dunk by Aiden Shaw. So it's 56-55. Georgia leads Missouri by 1. The Bulldogs have led for the majority of this ball game. In fact, the Dogs have been in front for better than 25 minutes of the game so far. Missouri's only had the lead for 20 seconds in this game. They were down 17 in the first half, came back to make it a 2-point game at intermission on a 17-2 run, and it's been mostly one possession here throughout the second half as we play with 11:53 remaining.
Yeah, and the Dogs aren't shooting like they were in that first half. but they are doing a much better job on the boards, and that's good to see. At least now we're tied with them on the glass, and we're up to 5 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, we got 4 in this half. We only had 1 at the break, but the Dogs are shooting just 36% in the half, 4 of 11. Missouri at 7 of 12. They're at 58% in the half, and several of their baskets have come like the one that was just reviewed on backdoor dunks and things of that nature. Georgia with the ball and a 1-point lead. Hill in the backcourt. Skips it across the timeline to Melendez. To Chiwa. Runs away from the right block. Hands it to Hill on the wing. Justin moves to his left. Wants to shoot the 3. Pulls it down and feeds it to Demry. He drives. Kicks it to Melendez. Barely draws iron with the 3. Misses again from the left corner. Rebound to Missouri. They can take their first lead since early in the game if they score on this possession. East changes directions, and he does score with a reverse lay-in.
Well, R.J. Melendez lost him on the baseline. Gave him an easy bucket.
57-56, Tigers' first lead since the 1807 mark. Dogs miss a jump shot on the right side. Falling down was Blue Cane. Rebound goes to Missouri. Tigers with the basketball. They lead by 1. Now East. One-hander off the left baseline is no good. Ricochets down to Georgia on the rebound. Demry's got the ball. Dogs trail for the first time in a long time here by 1 with 10:45 to play. Georgia works in the front court. Demry brings the ball to the right side of the floor. On the dribble, cross court to Blue Cane. Catch and shoot 3, wide open, missed it. Rebound tapped out by Chiwa, I think.
I think it's them. I think it's off 23.
Yeah, maybe Aiden Shaw. You may be right. Georgia will have the ball when 20 seconds reset on the shot clock. Dogs just 1 for 8 on threes here in the second half.
Well, we've got some 3 shooters back in the lineup now. Thomason and Jabri back on the court for Georgia.
Melendez having one of those tough afternoons shooting the basketball, just 1 for 7 today, and he's one of the Dogs' scorers, 1 for 5 on threes. Demry can't get the ball in on the baseline and has to call for timeout to avoid a 5-second call. 10:31 on the game clock, 30-second timeout being used by Georgia. The Dogs now trail Missouri 57-56 with 10:31 to play. Dogs have missed their last 5 shots, just 1 for the last 7 from the field. And they started off so beautifully here in this ball game, working out to a 38-21 lead, up 17. Well, about a little less than 10 minutes to go in the first half, and that's when Missouri started their comeback.
Well, you know, when they came out of the block shooting 80%, which they were, I mean, deep into the first half, Georgia was shooting 80%. And you knew that was going to come down. But what you were hoping is that you could hold down Missouri, and we haven't been able to do that. Missouri has come back now and taken a 1-point lead, but Dogs with the basketball. We still got a ways to go here, 10 minutes and 31 seconds. So let's see if the Dogs can't get it done here. They've controlled most of this game. Let's see if they reclaim control and finish this one out.
Demry to throw it in for Georgia, right baseline down to our right. Feeds it into Thomason. East right on top of him. Man-to-man defense for the Tigers. Thomason dribbles onto the block, slips and falls on the floor. Ball rolls out of bounds. And the Dogs turn it over.
Did not get a shot off.
9th turnover of the game for Georgia. Honor throws it in on an angle to his right to East. He'll trot it into the front court to our left. Demry guarding. East changes directions, left-hand dribble between the circles. Overhead toss to Carter, near side, back to East. Sean East dribbles through the legs, picked up defensively now by Jabri. They go to Noah Carter, spins against the double team, sweeping lay-in, rolls off the rim. The rebound is tipped out underneath by Georgia. Demry and Chiwa were there. Anthony Jordan says the Dogs poked it out of bounds. Missouri's going to need another opportunity here with 20 seconds on the shot clock. 10:03 to go in the game. East, high lob into Carter, handoff to East. Sets for a 3, drives, oh my goodness, and feeds Shaw for another driving, high-flying, two-handed dunk.
Well, again, that's a second chance opportunity because we missed the defensive rebound. Gave them that second chance.
Shaw has 8 points, 6.5, and all 6 of those on dunks like that one we just saw. 3-point lead for the Tigers. Georgia called for a charge, and Russell Chiwa just bullying his way down the lane and taking a white jersey with him. Drawing the charge from Missouri was Jesus Carolero Martin. 59-56, Tigers with their largest lead of the game. 3 points. Ten turnovers now for Georgia. Missouri has it. East sprints into the front court. Ran so fast he left the ball behind him. Had to go back and pick it up as he lost the dribble.
Justin Hill almost was the beneficiary of that.
East works against Hill now, far side of the floor. He drives into the paint, floating one-hander. Won't go with the left hand. Rebounded by Jabri for the Dogs. Abdur-Rahim feeds Hill, diagonal far side to Thomason, and he gets it into the front court. Noah Thomason attacks the basket, driving layup good from the left side. Noah with his first basket of the second half. 9 minutes to go. He's got 15 points. 59-58, Tigers by 1. Missouri basketball, Honor between the circles to Carolero Martin. Into the corner to Shaw. Now into the paint to Carter.
Oh my gosh. Took about 4 steps with the basketball.
He looked at the basket to shoot and then threw it out on the wing to East with 2 to shoot, with 1 to shoot. East, they won't get a shot off. They floated up there right at the horn. Missed the lay-in or the little floater from 2 feet. And Georgia rebounds. They let them play on. No shot clock violation. Dogs with the ball. Hill through the paint to Jabri for 3. Got the bounce and the roll. Woo! And a Scana Energy 3 the hard way.
I think the glass gets part of the credit for that shot.
Dogs back in front, 61-59. Timeout, Missouri. 8:10 to go. This will turn into the 8-minute media timeout, I believe. Yep, it will. 61-59. That dancing on the rim 3 by Jabri Abdur-Rahim puts the Dogs back in the lead by 2. Back to Mizzou Arena right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Some people like A and others like B. At BMW, we prefer X. Like the dynamic X3, meant for ultimate exploration. The X5, built to conquer even the most difficult paths. Or the pinnacle of comfort and luxury, the X7. And since every X-Range vehicle is packed with performance and versatility, you'll always get the best of X. The BMW X-Range. Your next X-Venture starts here.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
No matter your favorite game day tradition, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on a Bulldogs win. Community Coffee is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving Bulldog Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the UGA family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better day than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
Welcome back to Mizzou Arena, Columbia, Missouri SEC opener, and this was a good one to start the 18-game conference slate. Chuck, Georgia leads by 2, 61-59.
Scott, I'm not sure I can go through 18 games like this one, though. This has been a nail-biter. We were coasting at 17-point lead, and then, boom, they go on a 17-2 run and get it to within a couple of points at halftime, and then it took them a while here in the second half till they got the lead, but lo and behold, the Dogs did what the Dogs do. They showed that perseverance, came back, and have reclaimed it. 2-point lead again for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia comes out of the huddle to our right. Missouri down to the left. And ready to go with 8:10 on the clock. Second chance points, the problem for the Dogs today. Missouri's 13 second chance points. The Dogs only have 1. But the bench has been strong again in Georgia's favor, outscoring Missouri 17-3.
Yeah, that's been a terrific advantage for Georgia, is that ability to bring guys that can score off that bench.
Tigers basketball, they trail by 2. Carter has it, dribbles against Kane on the block, throws it to a teammate, Shaw. Ball gets away from Aiden Shaw. It was a low bounce pass. It deflected off his body and out of bounds on the baseline.
Yeah. Blue Kane was doing a good job of denying the ball down there. Blue Kane can play some defense now. He's not strictly an offensive shooter. He can play defense.
Dogs have the ball in a 2-point lead. Hill's got a lane, and he takes it to the rack and lays it in. Missouri tried to swat at it late, but Shaw couldn't get to it to deflect the ball, and Justin Hill scores on the driving layup. He's got a dozen points, and Georgia's lead is 4. 63-59 Dogs. East, pull up on the left baseline. Floater with the left hand, won't go. He fights for the rebound, gets his own miss, and reverses it up and in.
See, and that's what we can't have. Guys getting rebounds right at the rim.
And the Dogs turn it over. Blue Kane has to get away from him in the far corner in front court. Missouri's going to get it on Georgia's 11th turnover now. Dogs by 2, 63-61, 7:18 to go. East dribbles in the front court with a right hand for the Tigers. Slow lob to Carter as they get the ball on the far side of the floor. Overhead pass down on the baseline to Noah Carter. Tries to one-hand it up from about 6 feet away. It bounced off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Dogs. Georgia has Jalen DeLoach on the floor along with Hill, Thomason, Kane, and Jabri. Hill into the paint, looks at the basket, sends it out to the wing to Thomason. Back up the wing to Hill. He'll take the 3, missed it off the rim. Rebounded by Missouri.
Yeah, not a black jersey anywhere near that offensive rebound.
East has possession. Dribbles with the left hand. Now the Tigers will slow it down a little bit. 6.5 minutes to go. 2-point lead for the Dogs. Shaw feeds it back behind him to East. They'll lob it over to Tamar Bates, who'll walk it slowly over the logo to the right wing. Honor trying to come and get it. Blue Kane denies. They send it to East instead. 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. East crossover. We reach in and fouled him with Jabri.
We did.
Shot clock was winding down. East stepped through 2 defenders, and Abdur-Rahim reached across and grabbed it. Jabri picks up his second. Team's 4th. Missouri gets 20 on the shot clock and gets to inbound the basketball. 6:11 to go in the game. They feed it into Carter. Catch and shoot 3. Missed it from the corner. Should have been an over the back on Shaw over DeLoach trying to get the rebound, but they tip it out anyway.
That's what they've been doing, is going up over the top of our guys, and they're not getting called for it. So look, I don't blame them for keep doing it.
Yeah, that's right. Do it until you whistled for it, right? DeLoach has it for Georgia. Stops short of the half-court line, feeds it back to Jabri. Got to get it across the timeline. He does with a couple of seconds to spare. Abdur-Rahim now lowers his head, drives into the paint, pivot, reverse pivot, puts it up, misses it short on the right side. Rebounded by Noah Carter, the 6'6 graduate transfer from Northern Iowa. Honors got the basketball now for the Tigers. The 5'10 guard, transfer from Clemson. Goes right baseline. DeLoach cuts him off, skips it up out on the wing to Shaw. No, that is Shaw. Little floater with one hand is good from right of the lane. He's in double figures with 10, 8 of those coming in this half. That's his first basket in this half that hasn't been a dunk. We're tied at 63. 5:16 to go. Crowd standing here at Mizzou Arena. Not quite full, but close to a packed house today. Hill, floater with the right hand, with the kiss off the glass. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Missouri. East in front court. In the right corner, going to drive on the baseline. We foul him again. And they got Jabri for the foul. East might be a little too quick for Abdur-Rahim, at least off the dribble.
Well, get big Russell back in there. That'll help protect that rim a little bit.
Chiwa and Demery check in. Deloach comes out, and Blue Kane comes out for Georgia. 4:57 remaining. We're tied at 63. The Dogs have had a 17-point lead in this game. Missouri's big lead of the contest has been 3. East on the baseline, double team, finds Shaw with a nice pass through the lane, and another dunk by Shaw.
Right through our defense. He passed that one right through our defense, right to the rim, and an easy dunk.
Shaw, the 6'8 sophomore from Overland Park, Kansas, is wearing out the Dogs in the second half. Hill, jump pass, cross court to Jabri, steps back close to the three-point line. Jumper won't go around the rim. Offensive rebound, Chiwa feeds Hill for a 3. It's good, right wing. Justin Hill right in front of our bench gives Georgia a 1-point lead, 66-65.
Clutch shot from Justin, but a great rebound from Russell. Gave us that second chance opportunity, which we've been unable to take much advantage of today on the rare occasions we've had them.
7th offensive rebound by the Dogs this afternoon. Honor with a crossover, gets by Hill, goes inside. We reach in and rip the ball out of his hands and roll it away. It rolls over the end line. It's going to be Missouri ball. Noah Thomason thought it maybe trickled off one of the Missouri players. And he has a friendly discussion with the official who says it's Tigers basketball, as is called on the floor. We've got a timeout with 3:58 remaining. It's home stretch time here in Columbia. Georgia 66, Missouri 65 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power, proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up for Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldogs sports.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back, so grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Second half recap is brought to you by Regions. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Georgia had a 2-point lead at the break, 40-38. Missouri's outscored the Dogs by 1 here in the second half. Georgia hasn't shot it as well in the second half as they did in the first half. 36% in this 20 minutes. Missouri's at 50%. It's a 1-point Georgia lead right now, 66-65. The Bulldogs are shooting 49% for the game. Missouri at 48%. Rebounds are even at 27 apiece. I mean, most of the numbers now are pretty even across the board.
Yeah, and reflective of what's on the scoreboard, where the Dogs hold that 66-65 lead.
Dogs have 3 players with 15 points today: Thomason, Hill, and Chiwa. They are our leading scorers. Missouri to inbound, down to our left. East lobs it in, holds the ball up high, and feeds it in to Carter. Noah Carter works against Demery, dribbles it into the lane, right-handed lay-in attempt, short, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Chiwa.
Well, see, he couldn't get that over Russell. That was Russell did his job that time. protecting that rim and then grabbing that rebound.
7th rebound of the game for Russell Chiwa, the 7-footer. Dimry open three. Good! Buried it right of the circle. Just stepped into the shot and gave Georgia its 12th three-pointer of the afternoon. That's a season high. 69-65 Dogs. Missouri basketball. Honors picked up this dribble, turns around and finds Bates behind him. Bates playing with 4 fouls and 3:12 to go. Bates works one-on-one with Thomas. Spins at the line. We swipe at the ball in the paint. Forces it up against the double team. Off the front of the rim. 8th rebound for Chiwa and the Dogs. Hill's got it. He'll trot it into the front court, left to right. Justin over the logo. Looks to the Georgia bench to get the instructions. Mike White vigorously calling out the play. They go to Big Russell. He charges towards the basket, and they drill him. He ends up on the floor, sliding under the basket.
That's a lot of man down on the floor right there.
Foul called on Missouri. And they got Aiden Shaw. That's his first.
Well, when you knock Russell to the floor, you feel the building shake, can't you?
2 shots coming for Big Russ. Chiwa's had quite the afternoon. 15 points, 8 boards. And going to the line again. 69-65. Dogs by 4. And we're getting down to crunch time. 2:46 remaining. Big Russ, free throw, all net, good. Chiwa now 6 for 6 from the line today. $70-65 Dogs. Russell gets a second shot. The big right-hander puts it up and good. Chiwa having his best game as a Bulldog here in the SEC opener. 71-65 Dogs. Honor falls down on the left end of the floor under the basket.
Georgia called. Did we get the timeout?
Face down. We tried to tie him up. Honor was just laying on top of the ball.
We got the timeout. It's Georgia basketball.
Georgia was able to get the ball away from Honor
timeout
and called for time with 2:37 to go. Georgia stealing a possession here. 30-second timeout being used by the Dogs, who have pushed it out to a 6-point lead on an 8-0 run over the last almost 2 minutes of the ball game. 71-65, 18, make it 17 points for Russell Chiwa today. Inching his way to a possible double-double. He's got 8 boards as well. Hasn't missed a shot all afternoon. 5 for 5 from the floor, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Hill has 15. Thomason with 15 for the Dogs. Those are the 3 in double figures.
It's definitely Georgia ball, so that's... We stole that possession, stole the ball, and stole the possession.
Lead is 6 for the Dogs, biggest of the half. Led by 17 in the first half. Missouri's 17-2 run over the last 5 minutes. Got the game to within 2 at intermission. And it's been very tight here in the final 20 minutes. Dimry to throw it in under the basket. Feeds it into Thomason. They trap him in backcourt across the hill. Lead pass to Chiwa into the front side. We beat the clock.
Well, that's a nice target, isn't it?
Easy to see.
Yes.
Hill walks over the logo for Georgia. Shot clock at 10. Hill to Jabri. Thought about taking an NBA range 3. Backs it up instead. 5 to shoot. Gives it to Justin Hill. He's going to attack. Shoots a long 3. Knuckleball won't get there. Well, it got there, but drew the rim.
Russell got
rebound. Offensive rebound by Chiwa on the left baseline.
Of all things, boy, what a clutch time to come up with an offensive rebound.
9th rebound of the game for Chiwa. He's 1 away from a double-double. 7 to shoot for Hill. Crossover behind the back dribble. Stumbles a little bit. Throws it into the corner. Jabri for 3. No good. Rebound tapped by Missouri and controlled by the Tigers. They trail by 6. 100 seconds to go in the game. East gets free. Floater down the lane. With one hand, won't go off the rim. He had a good look at it and just missed it.
Boy, and Dimry just stole it off the rim, didn't he?
Silas rebounds in the backcourt to Chiwa. Back to Dimry. He's bumped at the half-court line, and they call a 10-second violation on the Dogs. Mike White was trying to call a timeout. Steven Anderson didn't give it to him, and the Dogs turn it over on a 10-second backcourt violation.
Wow.
12th turnover of the game for Georgia. Now Dennis Gates will sub in the 7-footer Jordan Butler, the freshman, and bring Aiden Shaw out of the contest. 71-65. The entire bench is standing for Georgia. Back to our right. Honor with the ball in play for Missouri. Dribbles between the circles, guarded by Hill. Drives to his right, feeds it into the corner. Big Butler comes out of the corner, dumps it into the paint to East. He stumbles with it. They go in the left corner for a three. Missed that stroke off the rim by Bates. It's rebounded by Georgia, and a foul on Missouri. They call the foul on Trent Pierce, a 6'10 freshman.
Well, they're in that situation where they can't afford empty possessions. They had to get that rebound, and the only way to get it was to push Russell.
That's a double bonus, too, for Georgia. 10th team foul on Missouri as we pause for station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Two shots for Chiwa at the line, and that's his first free throw miss of the day. It went around the rim and kicked off left. Chiwa with 17 and 10, his first double-double as a Bulldog, the 10th of his career. Led the American Conference at USF last season in rebounding, getting it done today on the glass as well with 10 boards. And that second foul shot is good. Missed the first, made the second. His only miss all day. He's 8 for 9. Georgia's lead is 72-65. Missouri ball as we've got a minute to play.
That's a bad place to get trapped down there.
Honor trapped on the left low block, below the block, right on the baseline to the left of the basket. Georgia had him pinned in on the baseline.
They had three guys pinned him in there. He had nowhere to go.
They throw it off Georgia, and Missouri will inbound the basketball. Feed it into Bates in the left corner. He dribbles towards the paint. Reverse pivot. Left-handed layup.
Oh, late whistle.
And they got Abdur Rahim for a late foul.
That's a late whistle.
Jabri with his fourth. Six on the Dogs. This will send Bates to the free throw line for two in the act of shooting with 54.6 to go.
He's a 90% free throw shooter.
Left-handed shooter, transfer from Indiana, free throw number one, short. Hit the front of the rim.
Did I mention that he's a 90% free throw shooter?
You did.
Let me mention that again.
Actually, he's 93%. Well, he's not anymore because he missed that one. Second foul shot in the air and good. Missed the first one. That was a big miss, though. It's a 6-point lead for Georgia with 54.6 to go. Dimry moves along the baseline, out of bounds, feeds it into Thomason, who hustles back to the ball. Back to Dimry, got to sprint it into the front court. They trap him. He picked up his dribble, steps through and finds Hill on the other side of the timeline. And they foul Justin Hill, far side of the floor, as he tried to dribble through two defenders, and Nick Honor fouled him. Double bonus for Georgia, and they'll put Hill on the line. And Justin has struggled at the free throw line this season, below 60%. He's 1 for 2 today.
He's been known to be pretty clutch, though, in games like this.
Let's hope so. There's the free throw. And hits off the back of the rim, no good. Hill with 15 points, 1 for 2 from the line today. He'll get another opportunity here with the clock stopped at 44.5 seconds remaining. That free throw will rim out and missed them both. Missouri with the ball. They've got to go in a hurry. It's a two-possession game. East around the defense all the way to the basket, and a running layup is good. Where was the defense that time?
Well, there was nobody there. All of our guys were out front trying to protect, I think, against the three. He just drove it right in, laid it up.
4-point game. Missouri full court pressure in the backcourt. Jabri spins into the front side, picks up his dribble. They trap him, feeds Dimry. They're trying to double him, and East comes in for a quick foul. East with a foul. That'll put Dimry on the line for 2 shots. Silas at 62% from the line. They should have let Jabri hang on to the ball until they fouled him. He's our best free throw shooter out there right now. Jabri and Chiwa, percentage-wise, are the best free throw shooters Georgia has on the floor.
We saw Silas hit some clutch free throws down in Tallahassee against FSU.
Here's Dimry for the first of 2. That free throw is good, all net. Silas has shot his freebies well today. He's 4 for 4. All of those coming here in the second half. Demery can get into double figures if he hits the second one. Georgia 73, Missouri 68. And he hit them both. 74-68 Dogs. 24 and a half seconds to go. Pierce in for Missouri and Aiden Shaw out. They bring in the 7-foot freshman. Tigers inbound the basketball. East has it in his hands. No time to waste. Sprints into the front court, right to the basket. He backs Thomason down, misses a shot right under the bucket. Rebounded by Hill, and he's fouled immediately with 14.4 to go.
Adam, get out that headset. Get out that headset, Adam. Get it plugged in, all ready for our guest after this game's over.
Hill will go to the line for 2 shots. Georgia leads by 6. And some of this crowd of over 12,000 starts to head for the gates. Free throw, Hill, good. That'll send a few more running. Hill now with 16 points. Free throw is good. Here's the second one. It's in the air, off the rim, no good. 75-68 Dogs, 10 seconds to go. Deep three by Honor. Won't go. Rebound, Chiwa. Holds it up high. Look at him. Just hold it up high. Nobody's going to grab at it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Game over. Dogs win on the road in the SEC opener. Your final this afternoon from Missouri. Georgia, 75. And the Tigers, 68.
Boy, what a performance, Scott. I got to tell you, the fact that they had that 17-point lead, they gave up a 17-2 run, still led by 2 at half, but for the most part in that second half, they were able to keep the Tigers, like you pointed out at one time, their biggest lead of the game was 3 points. And Georgia just did a great job defensively. I'm really proud. I thought coming in, I think I told you, if we can hold them under 70 points, I thought we had a chance to win this, and we hold them to 68. So, just a great job by Mike White and his staff getting the club ready for this one to go on the road, face adversity, face a tough environment, which every single road trip in the Southeastern Conference will be. And it's like we always say, what's a successful formula? The formula is you protect your home court and you find a way to steal them on the road, and we found a way to steal this one.
Georgia was tenacious today, despite the comeback by Missouri and eventually taking the lead by 3 in the second half. Georgia seemed to always have an answer today, and the Bulldogs, with the final answer, win it by a final score of 75-68. Russell Chiwa going to join us now, the big 7-foot center with a magnificent day. Russell, 18 points and 11 rebounds. Congratulations on this one. This is a huge win for you guys on the road. Your thoughts on your play today?
Yeah, I think we just translate what we did in practice to the game. So we came here ready to play, and we just execute the game plan.
Russell, it was when you've got a lead like you had that first half, and then they make a 17-2 run, you would think all the momentum's with them, but you guys were able to hold them off for the majority of the second half and then put it away down the closing stretch.
Yeah, we knew that the ACC, is really, really hard to win in the row against a good team. So we were ready for adversity. So yeah.
What was the play like inside from those guys? Were they giving you any difficulty or so? There's a lot of contact down low, isn't there?
Yeah. Again, like I said, this is the ACC. Is really, really physical, and I know it was coming, so I was just ready for that.
And you're up for that. You like that kind of a game?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that smile. I love it.
Tell us a little bit about, you got that last rebound. You were holding it up there. They couldn't get to it, so you just kept holding it up there.
Yeah, I know they got the 7'5" guy in the bench, so I know nobody going to catch that ball, so that's why.
Russell, congratulations. Your first double-double as a Bulldog and the first SEC win for this team. Great game today.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Russell Chiwa with us here. Our electrifying play of the game is brought to you by Georgia's Electricians, IBEW, Local Union 613. Russell Chiwa, our electrifying player of the game, and he was today. 18 points and 11 rebounds. for the USF transfer. Dogs now have won 9 in a row, Chuck. 9-game winning streak. It's Georgia's longest in over a decade.
That's amazing.
They go to 1-0 in the SEC, now 11-3 overall. Missouri drops to 8-6 and 0-1. Georgia's a winner on the road. Conference opener 75-68 over Missouri. Stay tuned for the Region's Locker Room Report. That's coming up next on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
With the Kroger app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce, with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. So whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or Georgia's #1 new brand, Bigger Dreams Hazy IPA, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. 2 brands, 1 town, 1 team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. Creature Comforts Brewing Company, Athens, Georgia. Available wherever cold beer is served. Champions drink responsibly.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No matter your favorite game day tradition, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on a Bulldogs win. Community Coffee is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving Bulldog Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the UGA family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better day than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. In today's market, we know that saving money is more important than ever. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been saving people money for nearly 90 years. Whether it's better rates on a CD or fewer fees on a checking account, your money goes further at Georgia's Own. Best of all, they're local and continue to support the people, places, and teams that we've all grown to love. To learn more, visit georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCUA.
The Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Regions. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Coming up, reaction from the Dogs locker room, stats, and a look again at other games around the SEC and across the country. Now, let's go back courtside.
Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle, Adam Gillespie back here at Mizzou Arena. And the Regions Locker Room Report. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Well, the Bulldogs disappoint the crowd of 12,407 here in Missouri today with a 75-68 win over the Tigers. Georgia outscoring Missouri in both halves. They were up 17 in the first half. It was a 2-point game at intermission after a strong comeback by the Tigers, and then Georgia outscores Missouri 35-30 in the second half to win it by 7. 1-0 now in the SEC, and Chuck, a great way for this team to get off on the right foot in conference play.
No doubt. You know, they had to experience, and I think we've talked about this, and I know Coach White has talked about this, what it's like playing on the road in the Southeastern Conference. And this crowd, let's face it, Scott, you talked about attendance of 12,000 plus here in Columbia, Missouri, and they got into it when Missouri, was able to take a lead of a point, 2 points, 3 points there in the final minutes. They got into it big time and got behind their team, and Georgia was able to withstand that. The Dogs, who still are getting used to each other, believe it or not, but the truth is they are, just because of the combination of returnees from last year, true freshmen, and transfers. That's teams still getting to know each other, and they had to experience this together. But another nice road win for Georgia after the one in Tallahassee.
Yeah, 2-0 in true road games this season. The one at Florida State that you mentioned where Georgia was down 17 in the last 7 minutes, came back to win that one at the Horn with a jump shot by Justin Hill. This time we were up 17, lost that lead, hang on to win, answered every one of Missouri's charges today, and then pull away at the end to win it by 7, 75-68.
You know, and one of the things we talk about, Scott, is you know, the strength of the Georgia team. You look at them, you know, look, we're not the greatest shooters in the world, that's for sure. But I will tell you this, we can play defense, and we've got great bench strength. And look what our bench did today. 23-3, our bench over their bench in scoring.
Not bad at the foul line as well. Georgia 15 of 21, 71%. That's better than our team average right now. And Georgia had 21 foul shots to only 7 for Missouri today. The Tigers hit 6 of their 7, but Georgia with the advantage at the free throw line today. It was a physical ball game, and Georgia wins it 75-68. Still to come here on the Region's Locker Room Report. We'll hear from Georgia head coach Mike White with Chuck Dowdle. They'll be heading back to catch up with the coach here in just a second. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. We'll continue in just a moment from Mizzou Arena here in Columbia, Missouri. Your final today, Georgia 75, Missouri 68. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for exciting new games with a progressive jackpot you can win on the spot? The wait is over. Introducing Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery, the fastest way to win a progressive jackpot that starts at $50,000 and grows as more people play. Just buy a Quick Win ticket at the counter or online, look to see if you matched, and you could win the jackpot or tons of other instant cash prizes right there on the spot. So don't wait. Play the all-new Quick Win, only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to a music fest in the city or dance recital in the suburbs, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline helps your engine run smoother and cleaner along the way. Tri-Clean is designed to keep fuel injectors, intake valves, and cylinders clean, preventing hesitation, rough idling, and poor drivability. Plenty of good reasons why when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Good to go. Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Back here at Mizzou Arena, winning afternoon for Georgia in the conference opener. And don't forget to order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. 75-68. The final, the Dogs defeat the Missouri Tigers. Georgia now 9-11 all time against Missouri, and they end a losing streak of 3 straight in the series. Missouri had won 6 of the last 7 as well. Georgia now 3-5 all time in Columbia as the Dogs get their first win here in this building since the 2016 season. They had lost the last 3 here on the road, but Georgia with a strong outing today picks up their second true road win of this season and goes to 11-3 overall. The Dogs have won 9 straight. Coming up next It's back-to-back home games in the conference for Georgia. The Bulldogs will be home Wednesday night at Stegman Coliseum in Athens for a 9 p.m. tip on January 10th. That's against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Our coverage will start at 8:35, and then Tennessee comes in next weekend for a 12 o'clock contest on January 13th. So the Razorbacks and the Volunteers coming up next for Georgia. But the Bulldogs are going to savor this one for a little while, at least on the flight home, before they get back to Athens and get ready for work on the Arkansas Razorbacks. Don't forget, Monday night, it's another episode of Bulldogs Live with Georgia head coach Mike White. After a couple of weeks off due to the holidays, we'll be back with the head coach on Monday night. We'll take your questions on social media. Hashtag AskCoachWhite is how you can get your questions to us. Georgia 11-3 on the year and winners of 9 in a row as they get ready for the Arkansas Razorbacks on Wednesday night in Athens at 9 o'clock. 75-68 the final here today. We'll continue with more of the region's locker room report. We'll check our final stats right after this. We will still hear from Georgia head coach Mike White in just a little bit as well. So stay with us here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In Georgia, football is more than just a game. It's how we celebrate our traditions and community spirit. Strong values are important, and that's why when you partner with Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you get so much more than just a policy. You get a local agent and a company you can depend on. Visit gfbinsurance.com to find your local agent or get your quick quote. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. More than just a game. More than just a policy.
We are a Farm Bureau.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back, so grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up for Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Looking for exciting new games with a progressive jackpot you can win on the spot? The wait is over. Introducing Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery, the fastest way to win a progressive jackpot that starts at $50,000 and grows as more people play. Just buy a Quick Win ticket at the counter or online, look to see if you matched, and you could win the jackpot or tons of other instant cash prizes right there on the spot. So don't wait. Play the all-new Quick Win, only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Regions Locker Room Report continues. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Let's check the final numbers from this Georgia victory. 75-68. The Dogs defeat Missouri to go to 11-3 on the season and win their 9th in a row. It matches Georgia's longest single-season winning streak since the 2010-2011 season. That was Mark Fox's second year. And that team went on to a 21-12 record and made an NCAA tournament appearance. That streak was from November 27 of 2010 to January 8th of 2011. Let's hope Georgia can continue this one well into the SEC schedule. They get number 1 in the conference here this afternoon with a 7-point victory. As we check the final stats, brought to you by Northside Hospital, reminding you that the most common symptom of prostate cancer is no symptom at all. And prostate cancer will affect 1 in every 9 men in America. Find out about screenings, your risk factors, and innovative treatment at northside.com. For Georgia, the Bulldogs finished the game shooting 48%. The Bulldogs 24 of 50 from the field. Georgia hit 12, a season-high 12 three-pointers, 12 of 28, 43%. Good number there. 15 of 21 from the foul line, 74.5%. The Missouri Tigers, now 8-6 for the year, shot 44.5%. They were 28 of 63. The Tigers hit 6 of 19 threes, just under 32%, and they were 6 of 7 from the free throw line. The Bulldogs ended up on the plus side in rebounding, out-rebounding Missouri by 4, 34-30. Georgia had 7 of their 8 offensive rebounds in the second half. The Bulldogs had 12 turnovers, 4 steals, 12 assists. The Tigers, 8 turnovers, 14 assists, and 5 steals in the game. The Missouri Tigers, one of the top shot-blocking teams in the country. They were 9th best in the nation coming into today, averaging 6 block shots a game. They hit right on their average today. They blocked 6. Georgia blocked 1. Leading scorers for Georgia, Dogs put 4 guys in double figures, led by Russell Chiwa's 18 points, and that is a season high for him and his first double-double as a Bulldog, the 10th of his long collegiate career. 18 points and 11 rebounds for Russell Chiwa, who was 5 for 5 today from the field and 8 of 9 from the foul line. Contributing also in the scoring column, Justin Hill had 16 points. Noah Thomason with 15. Silas Demery with 10. The rest of the scoring for the Dogs, Jabri Abdur-Rahim had 9. R.J. Melendez with 3. Luke Kane and Jalen Deloach each with 2 points. And R.J. Sunahara played but did not score today, and he had 1 rebound. The leading scorer for Missouri was Sean East, who is their leading scorer this season, averaging 17 a game today, 9 of 20 shooting. He had 18 points, 8 assists, no turnovers, and 6 rebounds. The Dogs win it 75-68. That's your final. Again, Georgia will host Arkansas in Athens Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Airtime for us will be 8:35 here along the network on Wednesday, January 10th. Coming up next, it is Chuck and the head coach, Mike White, in the coach's locker room. We'll hear from the head coach and then join Luke Nadkarni in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Georgia defeats Missouri today here on the road at Mizzou Arena, 75-68. More of the region's locker room report right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Region celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
Some people like A and others like B. At BMW, we prefer X. Like the dynamic X3, meant for ultimate exploration. The X5, built to conquer even the most difficult paths. Or the pinnacle of comfort and luxury, the X7. And since every X-Range vehicle is packed with performance and versatility, you'll always get the best of X. The BMW X-Range. Your next X-Venture starts here.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Welcome back to the Regions postgame show. Chuck Dowdle here in the locker room with winning coach Mike White. And, Coach, congratulations. Second true road game for these Dogs and second win.
We'll take it, Chuck. We'll take it. You know, it's funny. We've won a couple this year where we talked about, hey, we weren't perfect, but we found a way. In this one, we weren't even pretty. It was less than perfect. It was far less than perfect in terms of some of the defensive deficiencies, in terms of our floor balance at times, our lack of communication at times. Offensively, we weren't overly crisp, but credit Missouri. You know, their defense does that to you. Which goes to show you the level of fight and resolve, resiliency by these guys, the responses to adversities, to the crowd going crazy. We're up 17. Missouri was really good in the middle part of that game, of course. And, man, we just continued to step up. Russell Chua was great. On the offensive glass, got extra possessions. We hit some timely shots as well on the road.
You know, we talk about the strengths of this team and defense. I felt going in, if you held them under 70, you had a really good shot at winning this game. You hold them to 68. The other strength of this team, the bench, and you outscore them 23-3 off the bench. That's incredible. And played more of a shallow bench than we have all year, really, with only playing the 9 guys, 4 off the bench. So 23-3. That's a huge factor for us. Justin Hill's obviously one of our best players, so we'll consider him a starter from now on. How about that? Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah. What was it, the key as far as when they made that 17-2 run? Yeah. You go in the locker room. What did you say at halftime because we kind of expected them to come out with all kinds of momentum, feeling like, because I know they went in there feeling like they were leading. Yeah, they were really good late first half, and we weren't as good offensively, which led to some of our defensive woes in transition defense. We did a really good job of playing with poise off of our paint touches, playing off of 2 feet, shot faking, pivoting, searching, burning on the perimeter, and continuing to move it. And then late first half, for whatever reason, we had 3 or 4 possessions where we got down in that paint versus all their length, jumped up, tried to make a play out of nothing, and got ourselves in transition defense, with shots blocked. And then all of a sudden it's, your defense doesn't look quite as good. We watched defense at halftime, challenged our guys, of course, tried to clean up some things. And I thought the first few possessions of the second half, we got a couple stops, but we also forced a really tough 2 right in front of Missouri's bench, like a 17-foot type of shot we want to force that went in. But I thought we settled in their early second half and played the defense that we needed to play in the second 20. How important, you've been talking to these kids about what life would be like on the road in the SEC. Yeah. How important was it to experience that and then get out of here with a win? Absolutely huge. This will pay dividends to us down the road. Whether it results in wins or not, it'll help us gain confidence that we've had 2 of these now. And this one could have gotten away from us with the big lead. It did. And we continue to fight to the end. We'll continue to gain confidence not only as a team but as a program that we're capable of going on the road in this league. I mean, Missouri's this is a team that went to the NCAA tournament and got a lot back. They're a very good team. All right, listen, I want you to continue to enjoy this, but before that, we got Arkansas coming in now Wednesday night, into Stegman Coliseum, and after you enjoy your post-game pizza, but we got them coming in. We are going to need to make Stegman as tough as we possibly can. To make it the kind of environment that we face today. Hey, we're 11-3 Dog fans, and we got a chance to play postseason. We got a chance to continue to be more and more competitive in this league and continue to build men's basketball at the University of Georgia, and we need y'all there. We need the Steg rocking, and we can beat any team in this league with y'all's help. Coach, congratulations again, and thanks so much for your time. Thank you, Chuck. All right, Coach Mike White with us, and Luke, a very victorious Bulldog locker room. Let's get it back to you, Luke Natcarney.
Thanks a lot, Chuck. A victorious Piedmont Healthcare Network studio, as well as the Dogs take care of Missouri 75-68 in their SEC opener. Time now for the Toyota look ahead. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. And you heard it from Mike White and Chuck. Arkansas comes to town Wednesday, January 10th. At 9 o'clock, it'll be a late night at Stegman, 8:35 pregame, featuring Scott, Chuck, Adam, and myself. We'll take a timeout and wrap this one up with this look at the scoreboard across the SEC and the top 25. Georgia wins 75-68 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
What are you doing? Block him!
you can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back, so grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the biggest selection of Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore, like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, Southern Pride, Peter Millar, and Columbia. The UGA Bookstore is your best source for custom NIL jerseys, and in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. In today's market, we know that saving money is more important than ever. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been saving people money for nearly 90 years. Whether it's better rates on a CD or fewer fees on a checking account, your money goes further at Georgia's Own. Best of all, they're local and continue to support the people, places, and teams that we've all grown to love. To learn more, visit georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCUA.
Luke Ned Carney, one final time here in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Georgia, a 75-68 winner at Missouri in the SEC opener. Dogs are 1-0 in conference and move their overall record to 11-3. Two SEC games in progress right now, 12 minutes to play in the second half, and it's a 12-point lead for 25th ranked Auburn against the next opponent for the Dogs, Arkansas, 53-41. The Tigers lead at Bud Walton Arena. 19:07 to play first half. They're just underway in Nashville, and it's 4-2. Alabama leads Vanderbilt in the early going. Still to come in the SEC, 6 o'clock tip between number 22 Ole Miss and 5th-ranked Tennessee in the one ranked-on-ranked matchup in the conference today. And at the 8:30 p.m. nightcap features Texas A&M playing host to the LSU Tigers in College Station. Finals from the conference, tight one between Mississippi State and South Carolina in Columbia.
They'll inbound and feed Timmerman in the post. Double team, throws it away. Jacoby Wright with the steal. Jacoby Wright races the length of the court and lays it in with the left hand.
Derek Scott on the call from the South Carolina Sports Network. South Carolina gets by Mississippi State 68-62. You heard a Jacoby Wright fast break there. This one close throughout, 2-point game at halftime, and Miss South Carolina does just enough. Also, number 6 Kentucky ekes by Florida at the O-Dome, 87-85, outscoring the Gators by 10 in the second half. In the top 25, several games in progress right now, 11:57 to play. Number 2, Kansas on top of TCU by the slimmest of margins, 58-57. 8:30 to play, staying in the Big 12. Third-ranked Houston, not quite as tough against West Virginia. 70-37 is the lead for the Cougars. Number 23, Providence in trouble on the road, and they're down with 8:48 to play in the second half, 52-42 at the hands of the Creighton Blue Jays. Another team in the state of Nebraska in the Big Ten, number 21, Wisconsin and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. It's a 15-point margin. Make that a 14-point margin now for Wisconsin, 66-52 with 12 minutes to play in the second half. Two other ranked teams in action right now, both trail on the road. Number 18, Baylor with 5:52 to play, down to Oklahoma State by 2 in Stillwater, 23-21. And Southern Miss has a lead of 30-22 on number 19, James Madison, with 6:26 to play in the first half. Two other finals from the top 25. Number 8, North Carolina survives number 16, Clemson, 65-55 between net. Yet another double-double from Armando Bacot, 14 points, 16 rebounds. And number 7, Marquette walks the plank at Seton Hall. 78-75, the Pirates pull the upset of the number 7 team in the country behind 23 points from Alamir Dawes. The most important score as far as we're concerned, Georgia 75, Missouri 68. And that's about all we've got for you here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Once again, our next broadcast, 8:35 p.m. with Scott Chuck and myself on Wednesday night as Arkansas comes to town. It'll be a 9 o'clock tip at Stegman Coliseum. One more time, our final score, Georgia 75, Missouri 68. For Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle, and Adam Gillespie, I'm Luke Ned Carney. Thank you for listening to this production of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, you've been listening to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Today's coverage has been brought to you by Regions. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau. Always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. The proceeding has been a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by Learfield and JMI Sports.